Yes.
Yeah,
Sounds
Yes, we
about
did.
right.
Yeah, we went to the
we-
Underdark there to chase
went-
the funny
Slivers.
yeah the funny
Yeah.
slivers.
and
They're hilarious
thanks to our huntress's hunt mark abilities, quote unquote. We were able to go. Oh wait, there's something here, and it's in the most restricted part of town. Awesome.
You lot, you're allowed to go anywhere except for the church. Okay, but guess where the enemy's at?
The church.
Guess where everybody stopped me from snooping around.
It's like guess who the stand user is?
Because we didn't have it. At that point,
it's called
we did not.
Chekhov's gun, dude. Like,
Yeah,
like,
at that
like-
point, we did not have a reason to go in there. Once we had a reason to go in there, we convinced them to let us go in there and prove that there was an actual valid reason to go in there.
You
Yeah.
had a reason to go in there. Anyway, sorry,
We
I'm
did
interrupting
not have a
the
valid
recap.
reason to go in there.
Regardless of reasons or not, we were able to get in there and find Slivers had devoured spiders, so that was fun.
Yep, so we dealt with that. There were some purple worm ones that got away, which we are now in front of.
Yeah, but we were able to take care of all the infected sacks of eggs that were in there, and prevented a surprising surge of enemies from popping up there. It doesn't change. Of course, it didn't change their future, but it changed ours. So all we can do is just help them get stronger, I guess, for their troubles.
We did, surprisingly enough, leave on very good terms.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, we were. I think we were told we were welcome. We were welcomed. Welcomed now and again.
There are no dice
Yes,
being
you
rolled
know,
I
back.
invited her to Augustine.
We're
so.
getting
Yeah, we
getting to that
We
point.
didn't bother them. We gave a good reason, and we left on good terms. So yeah, I'd say that was a job well done there.
Yeah, they even questioned
Weird.
Perla. Why would you help us? Because you needed help.
It's a literal good reason.
Kinda what we do.
Anyway, yeah.
As long as you're not causing problems, you should be allowed to live life the way that you want to.
So this is the part where David kind of fell asleep. Well, Zai, but you know.
Yeah,
Once
had
we-
to get off. I was
once-
feeling not good.
I understand. I'm just saying
Yep,
that
yep.
this is why the recap exists for a reason. Right after Zai got off, we got a call from.
So, it was Rosen. Rosen.
No, it wasn't.
No.
It wasn't
Was
Rosen.
not Rosen.
Oh no, that's right. It was Ira.
Yeah,
I knew it was.
Ira.
I knew it was Rosen connected, but so Ira fucking.
Ira
blew up
literally
Stoat's-
shouted.
Yeah, Ira
in
blew
my
up Stoat's
ear.
mind phone, and was like, "Hey, this guy's missing."
Yeah, our Smith is missing. Yeah.
We had the ship locate him, and it's like, "Oh, he's in our Vandar. He's in the realm that's eating itself."
I know I didn't trust that shady little fucker.
Yeah. So.
And now we let her. Stoath let her know that, hey, we're dealing with a bigger problem.
We have sliver worms dealing. We have sliver worms that we need to take care of.
Wasn't it Rosen's job to watch over that guy?
Well.
Like we told him like he's kind of
Well, maybe
not
something.
all the way there.
Well, maybe some kind of distraction.
Euphoria didn't trust Rosen to keep an eye on him, and she entrusted someone else to do that. So
Who was it then?
Who was the babysitter?
I don't remember.
All right. Well.
That
Well-
might be the problem.
All right. So whatever.
Yeah, if you
whoever,
had trusted Rosen, it probably would not be as bad.
regardless of whose fault it is or not, the fact is that our mystery man has shown up in a dying realm, and we're basically given a choice of, hey, we should go either pick him up and figure out what's going on with him, or we have to take care of the problem and hope for the best for that guy. What Stoath, and I think this is we also stopped at a point where Stoth was gonna try to suggest we send not what was his name again? Gabriel. Was it? Was that his name?
That was also yours idea to do.
Yeah. So I think we ended up stopping there because we were like waiting for a response from Euphoria, but then I guess everything just came to a pause there.
I've played Halo, and I'm gonna tell you, it's better we take care of the infecting thingies first.
Usually a good idea to go after something that can literally eat other things and get stronger from it. So yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of the Flood, or Tyranids, or whatever
Yeah.
other equivalent.
Yeah, I'd rather not deal with Chimera ants. Yeah.
How come every single sci-fi setting has some sort of infestation going on? Like infestation hive mind going on?
Because zombie plague.
It's the creepy crawly. It's the spooky.
Yeah, but it's almost always some kind of like infestation hive mind.
Yeah. It's the spooky. That's why.
The We Are Legion sort of nonsense.
Again, it's the spooky.
Well, with the Flood and Halo, it's actually a really in depth with the books. Tyranids, it literally is just face value. You get what you see.
Yep.
So, yeah. Last time we left off, our party was figuring out, was basically very loudly told over the mind phone, the mind link, whatever, the link that Stoth has that he can do, and he that the Smith was in a dying realm, so we could either have the potential to go after him, or we could just stick around here and just go, hey, what if we just slay these giant things right away?
Nah, Lil Bro's cooked. Fuck him.
So yeah, we were kind of paused because we were waiting on Euphoria.
It is annoying having to go through all the effort that we went through to bring that little bastard to the fucking castle, only for him to leave not even like a week later. Oh wait, no. No, that was before the time skip, so yeah, he was there for a year.
He was there for about a year, yeah.
It sucks that he just ran away after all that effort, but oh well, you know, if he wants to leave, let him leave.
We were informed that he was being held hostage.
Naturally,
That's what we were told, is that he was being held hostage in that realm.
Well, people can't just walk up into Augustine and take people anymore. So he went there at his own volition and got fucked. Why he went there? I don't know.
Anyways. So yeah.
Why he was allowed to go there by himself? That's a whole different topic.
Getting fired.
Anyways.
Mystery you all need to solve.
Maybe after we take care of all these purple worms, we can get an update on this whole kidnapping sort of situation.
So yes, we were. The idea was suggested of Gabriel going to investigate what was going on with our Smith Faber, and we were waiting on Euphoria for that. So where is Euphoria?
Probably on the deck, hopefully.
On the deck.
Okay.
Lying
Stoth
down on
would-
the back. looking
Okay.
up towards the sun.
Sure. So let's see. Stoth would look over at Euphoria and go, and let's see. How would he say this? Let's see. We just got the idea of Gabriel going to the dying. This. Train. Notes. I wish I took them.
could let someone else speak.
Yeah, Stoth just kind of like looks at it. looks over at Euphoria and would probably go. Oh. Let's see. Press that. Press this. Okay.
Is Issa back on the ship after chasing down the worms to their
Um,
hide?
If you want to be.
I think we.
I mean,
I
you're a
think we
ball
picked
of.
her up, yeah.
Okay, we picked her
Yeah.
up. Okay.
I think
I was
think
saying
that was
we
the
fast-
idea.
Just fast tracking it. Shit.
Just get Issa back on the ship as a non-light ball, please.
Yeah, I'd like to be on the ship, please.
Yeah, yeah, Stoth would probably look over at Euphoria and go, "Oh, we're kind of would go like Faber got himself kidnapped and into the dying." I swear I know these
So the
names.
reason why we found out that Faber was in our Vandar is because we asked the ship.
Yes.
Perla asked the ship openly,
Okay.
so everyone knows that he's there.
Arvindar. Arvindar? Arvindar. Is that the right name?
Dognu.
I don't think that's the pressing matter right now.
Whatever.
I think
We're-
we need to deal with these worms in their hive that I found.
Yes, I understand that. That's why we wanted to ask Euphoria if Gabriel could go investigate that sort of situation there. Would you be able to
So-
ask Gabriel? Would you be able to ask Gabriel that, Euphoria?
Hell no.
Okay.
What?
I thought Ira was going to ask.
Okay. Oh. I'm dumb. I could have swore I said I could.
It's been a couple weeks.
Why am I a mess?
It's been a couple weeks.
Yes. Okay.
So
Let me get
let me
this-
get this.
Yep.
So let me get this straight. I asked Rosen to look after. I already forgot his name.
Faber.
Faber.
Faber. I asked Rosen to look after Faber. She has someone she trusts to look after him. Now, after all this time, in spite of the shield being up, in spite of him being looked after, in spite of the condition that everyone knows he's in, he gets kidnapped and is in Arvandor.
You live in Augustine, you're basically for free. You just pick your ass up off the shelf and go home. You get shoplifted here.
Don't you think this is really suspicious?
Sounds suspicious to me.
Like as if they're targeting someone specific.
They could just be baiting us.
That much is obvious.
Yeah, they wouldn't be holding him hostage unless they wanted to bait someone.
The question is who, though?
Pretty sure it is Gabriel that they're targeting.
If they're holding him
I
hostage...
will point out. Sorry. I will point out. It is not Rosen or Ira who told you where he was. It was the ship.
Yeah, it was the ship.
Rosen and
because-
Ira did not know.
Yeah, they couldn't find him.
Yeah, there was like a scry. They had some kind of.
Their scrying
what-
magic wasn't working.
Yeah, they couldn't find him. So somebody more powerful apparently had nabbed him and put him there. But apparently our ship knows. So that's a bunch of little red flags there that I'm not fully convinced about. So.
If they're holding him hostage, that means that we probably have some time. So we can deal with this first. And we can
Right.
go ourselves.
And besides, did Euro even offer to go with Sylvanas into Randor?
That
She didn't know where he was. You guys
Yep.
only know.
yeah. Okay, so
I don't really know the
They
jittery
did tell-
bastard that much.
Out of character, they did tell her about that later.
Oh, okay.
pretty
we-
sure we did.
We did
And
let her
Nero's
know,
like,
and that's where the
yeah, and Nero's
suggestion
like,
of-
let's have Gabriel do it.
yeah, that's where that suggestion
Okay.
came from.
Okay.
So I don't really know the jittery bastard that much, but do we really need him? Like, I mean, he's not my friend, and I don't know how close you are to Faber. The Faber, that was his name, Faber. But is he really that important? Just some. I mean, if he's just a smith, we have plenty of those.
That's the thing, though. Apparently,
If they're targeting him, he has to be important for some reason.
Or
Not
they
to
could
men-
just make you think he's important by
Well, to be
targeting him.
well, to be fair, Gon did. Well, to be fair, Gon did mention Faber did mention he knew a lot of smiths, and he didn't know anyone by the name
Every
of Faber.
Smith.
Every.
Not just a lot of, every.
He was
Hey,
par-
he said every smith.
I,
He knows
So he's
the
a cursed
Smiths,
creature. He
Robert
talks like
Smith.
Dalton. I say we cut our losses.
He didn't
It's-
used to be like that, though.
Well, he's not Faber. Or at least the Faber you knew. He's a different Faber. People change over time and circumstance. It might be better just to let it go.
There's one thing that has me curious, though. Did we ever ask Gond about that first sword that Faber found for Kazuto? The Elucidator, I think it was?
I don't think we did. Perhaps we.
That is the sword.
Perhaps we.
How did Faber find that sword if he didn't make it?
This is going to be. As much as I'd like to play 20 questions, we do have a lot of sliver worms out and about right now, so perhaps we can put a lid on this conversation.
They're all still just down there, right?
Yeah.
They haven't moved an inch since we've all been talking, so at least that's what
Well,
I'm
they're-
seeing.
Well, they're all doing that before he gets her gem to communicate with Gabriel to let him know that if he's going to be asked to go to our Vandor, you should probably not do it. It's probably a trap step up for him.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea to send one of the few gods we have left to go capture a guy who's nothing but red flags and doesn't actually offer us anything.
So what's
I think we
what's
need
his
to deal with
response to
these
that, then?
worms.
We'll deal. Tell you what, we can try. I can try sneaking in and seeing what the situation is. Once we're done here, does that sound fair?
That is a lot of purple worms, though. Shooting Star, are you able to provide us with firing support for this?
Inquiry. Correct.
We're probably best focusing them down one at a time.
Oh, we want to take the big ones down from up here? That's not a bad idea.
Well, to be fair,
We
they're
need to give them a reason to stay on the surface, though. If the ship starts shooting at them now, they're just going to burrow.
do we put? How do we make sure they don't get away then?
We get down
Live
there.
bait. Same thing she said.
We go down there ourselves and fight.
Correct.
Well, we could
Yeah,
just
better
send
kill them before
Amrock
they
down
converge.
there, and he'll be a big distraction.
Didn't give them my power, I don't think so.
Right, they're still slivers, Issa. If Amarok gives them any sort of power or indication of what his weapon is, they'll copy it.
David.
Sorry.
He kind of just shrugs. Either or, really.
Regardless, they already know me and Perla, my weapon and Perla's weapons capabilities, so we wouldn't be that much of a we wouldn't.
Not you, no. I'm struggling with Roll20.
Oh, okay.
Real.
Given the fact that they've seen Akane and the Hallucinator in action, me and Perla can go down there.
Or, and hear me out, none of us go down there and we send familiars.
What good is that going to do? They're just going to get torn apart.
Enough of a distraction for the ship to take them out.
Familiars have the durability of, like, a wet paper towel.
And I'm pretty sure even one of these purple worms could just take it out in one strike.
My familiar's almost as strong as I am.
I was gonna say, the familiars are like T-Rex level strength.
Yeah, I got like an AC of 17, 145 hit points. I mean, it's a couple levels ago, but I'm not sending Briani. I have an elemental I can send. That might be a potato.
The Cali creature is doing her best parrot impression.
Alright, so... Well, we have to come up with a plan and soon. Stoth kind of says as he just looks over at the sliver worms. Whatever they're doing, they seem to be staying in place. Most likely waiting for the Sliver Queen.
Where's our friends from the future?
Shouldn't they be below deck?
Yes, they are below deck.
Shooting Star, do us a favor and call Archibald and his companions up to the top deck.
As it stands, the best people for the job of killing these things are people at range. Which would be myself, Euphoria. That's kind of it, really.
I'm actually pretty decent at range myself.
Issa puts her hands up in the air like, what am I, chopped liver?
He
Both
thinks
of her
about
weapons
answering
are
that
ranged.
question. He thinks about answering that question, but he remains quiet.
So the thing is though, anytime we use a weapon against them, they'll be able to copy it. So we have to be careful on what kind of armaments we use. At least we see it used against us in the future.
They can only copy what they bite, which is why I suggested range.
Drez, did the ship respond to what Perla said?
Yeah, give me a second though. I'm my DoorDash just came, so
Food.
I have to grab that from them real quick.
Food.
Food.
I mean, how strong are the ship's guns? You don't think that the ship could take some of them down, at least while we distract them temporarily?
That's the idea. We need to
Literally-
get down
Right, with
there
the-
and have the
with the-
ship provide supporting fire to deal with them.
So
We're literally just going to be standing around all fucking day if we don't come up with a strategy.
we can also hit them melee distance, but we have to kill them like immediately. They can't run away, right?
But the giant worm, you're not going to kill them immediately.
Hmm.
He looks over to Perla. You are familiar with these creatures, yes?
Somewhat.
And how tough are they exactly?
It depends. The smaller ones were easy enough to deal with. Or are you referring mainly to purple worms?
I meant the purple worms. Being a
Were
drow,
we earlier on in our adventure, it would basically take our entire party to take down one of them. Now that we're a bit stronger. But,
well, the mutations make them stronger too.
right. It's going to be difficult with how many of them there are down there.
How many of them are there exactly?
Well, I think there were
There's-
7.
There's 7 of them.
Yeah, there were there were 8 tunnels.
There
There
were
were 8
eight
tunnels, but
There were 8, but the one was being used as basically a living bus for a bunch of the smaller ones.
Yeah, this is gonna take a while. But killing them before they converge is the better option.
Why are these 3 up here? Oh, whatever.
I thought you were wanting to talk to Gond as well.
Maybe
Uh,
at some point, but I mean,
maybe-
if we,
maybe
if we
not-
have
maybe
time
not-
to ask about the elucidator, maybe, but
as it stands right now, we're kind of at
Perla mainly wanted Archibald and
Okay.
his crew.
Oh, they're here.
Did they say anything when they show up?
I'm pretty sure the big purple sliver worms are speak enough.
Yeah,
Not a
they
hi,
kind
hello,
of they
a
kind of
fuck
look
you.
down. They kind of look down at the purple worms that are clearly slivers now, and they go, "So, what's the plan?" This is Vorga saying this.
Well,
Who?
well, Vorga.
Vorga's
The orc.
The orcs?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I
so-
had the idea of us going down there and keeping them distracted while the ship guns helped take them out.
If we
If
stay
we
up
just
here,
fire- if we just fire on them with the ship guns now, I feel like they're likely to burrow.
I wonder if they would burrow if the ground's shaking.
you have a way of making the ground shake.
Of course.
Thinking possibly an earthquake spell or something to that effect.
Yes.
So what? Open fire on them with the ship first, and then earthquake them out of the ground if they burrow?
Yeah, I just start blasting. We're wasting time.
All right.
See, I wanted to call Archibald up here to discuss strategy, but I guess fuck me.
All right.
Very well. Shooting star. Open fire on them. On the slivers.
I
All right,
guess we better
so
get down there.
so we're just blasting like right away.
I guess.
I guess so.
Okay.
I thought we were jumping down.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna go down there, lure them up to the surface to make them more vulnerable, and then they would get shot when.
They are currently on the surface. Perla's whole thing was going down there to keep them on the surface while the ship bombarded them.
Right. I think we're all in agreement with that.
Except now
Oh,
we're
I thought-
not.
I thought they were just beneath the surface, because, you know,
No, they're on the
They're-
surface.
they're worms.
Yeah, they're on the surface currently. It looks like they're waiting for something.
All right.
Perla told the ship to start firing. And if they burrow, I guess Euphoria has an earthquake spell to drive them back to the surface.
Okay. Which one do you want to fire on first?
Fuck it, this one.
This one?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Roll it up.
Oh. I have that on Perla's sheet, or do I need to pull up Vincent's? I think I have it on Perla's.
She did have the remote for it, I think, didn't she?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope, that's on Vincent's sheet.
Just
Which one's the large cannon, or
well,
Depends on what you want to use first.
the large cannon?
Okay.
There's two of those, right?
There's one of those.
There's
There's
one,
four of the.
and then there's four
yeah.
of the small. So I guess
Yes.
we'll
What?
start with the large one.
get one big gun.
Ignore the ignore the 6.
That's a 75. Just poof.
And then, do you want me to roll the small
That's
ones
good.
too, or no?
Give me 1 second first.
No.
Rude.
Right then.
And Mississippi
Um,
1.
Okay, so that will hit. That's 75 force damage.
I mean, it's a mix of piercing and force.
50,
Oh.
50 force, 25 piercing. Oh, wrong. Other way. 25 force and 50 piercing.
Yeah, it'll hit. It will take the damage, and all of them will begin to.
Exactly what
You
I
say-
thought was going to happen.
Did you say grow big or burrow?
They burrowed. They're not on the map anymore.
Okay. Earthquake, and it has a range of 500 feet.
Okay.
Radius is 100 feet, by the way, so.
Why don't you guys go ahead and put your people on the map too?
Okay.
I am on the map. Yeah,
Yeah,
look up
and
at the top
where
left-hand
should we
corner.
be?
I don't think that's where. I think he wants our like.
I've been sitting there for weeks.
Sitting in a volcano.
Yeah.
Toasty.
Honestly, in the house.
I guess I'll just We'll throw
Okay, after we
throw-
do the earthquake spell, I need initiatives from everybody.
Of course.
I'll just go ahead and roll it now. Fuck. I mean, it's not like Perla can do a whole hell of a lot right now. She's not exactly
I'll be right back.
a
Wait.
combatant.
I rolled a 16, but the actual thing says I rolled a 2?
Are you looking at the dice that rolls on the like the 3D dice?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not entirely accurate all the time.
It's not accurate at all.
Correct.
I'm upset because I rolled a 16.
Correct. This is also why I turned off the 3D dice, because it takes longer to roll.
Alright, just waiting on that earthquake spell.
It doesn't have damage.
I guess we
Oh.
need the spell script description.
Here is the link to it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Does it need a deck save? Is that what's going on?
I guess so.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna roll it because I know that they're gonna fail it.
Basically,
even gonna-
Euphoria is just forcing them back up to the surface because, let's be real,
Yeah.
if you're burrowing underneath an earthquake, you'd want to get out of there immediately.
Yeah, and I'm not even gonna bother rolling for their decks because these ones don't have the best decks.
Not to mention, you take double damage in Pokemon if you are underground and you get hit by an earthquake.
Well, this ain't Pokemon.
All right.
Percy's like, it's not. I quit.
Yeah.
So how far away is this closest one?
Will you guys be like 500 feet in the air or something like that? Or what's the range on earthquake, real quick?
500 feet.
Okay, then I will put it less.
It's a
than
100 radius, so it's a 200 circle diameter, so...
that. I'll say you guys are about 250 feet in the air.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out what like the scale of the map is that we're supposed to be using. Is this, 50 feet for every 5 feet?
Yeah,
Something like that.
they're not also this big. They're not that massive.
I understand. Neither are we.
Yeah, because like I feel like one of them can. I feel like if we're looking at it realistically, we could put maybe like 4 of these guys in one square, based on their size.
Because they're normally okay, they're normally gargantuan,
Yeah,
which is what, 4x4?
yeah, it's 4x4, so it's like they'd be naturally like this size on a regular map.
Well, do you have just like a generic map we could all just do regular scale and space things out a little better?
Yeah, yeah, that's that. Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, if he does that, we gotta reroll the initiative.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh.
true.
Well, we can just imagine that this is regular scale and move ourselves back a bit. You can make them regular size.
Yeah, all right, I can do that.
Or just add another map to a layer.
Regardless,
That works.
I'm making suggestions. They don't all. Damn, at this range I can't hit anything.
We'll just use the Hall of Time battle map. I'll place it over that.
Whoa.
I'm back, and the fuck are we looking at?
So
Uh,
the suggestion was made to just put things onto a scale, like 2-scale map, but if we actually change maps, it removes our initiative. So Drez is just going to overlay this map onto the world map and then get rid of it afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, what the fuck?
We could just do it on the world map. That's fine. Let's just do everything to scale though. So let's back ourselves up a bit, and use our imagination.
There. There, I fixed it. I fixed it.
that'll do, I guess.
So they get forced to the surface, and is
Yep.
that where combat actually starts?
Yes. Give me a second though. I'm gonna make them appropriate sized.
Poor bull.
Huge.
And there's a bunch of the little shits too, or did they die to a cannon fire?
What do you mean?
You said there was a
Well-
bunch of the little ones that were using the 8th one as a bus essentially, or the 9th
Oh yeah.
one.
Burn
Yeah,
all the
there's a bunch of-
babies!
Oh god.
They're
Huh.
you can't currently see them.
We're too busy focusing on something else right now.
If they know what's fucking good for them, they best remain unseen.
So everything now is to scale.
Good God.
Let me. We roll initiative for them now.
What color is this shooting star right now?
It's like blue and gold.
Yeah.
No, get rid of that. We don't need it on the map.
Well, we're actively on the
Yeah,
ship, so
But we're probably going to be ending up going down there to deal with things ourselves.
wouldn't one of us stay and keep blasting?
I mean, the ship is capable of shooting on its own.
Oh, fair
Is it
enough.
not?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's automated.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's all of them. Damn. Why did they have such good decks for their initiative?
I don't know why they be causing fucking trouble in the mortal realms. They could get, I don't know, get a job.
Bruh.
One of them
Photo-
critted their decks, their initiative. Another one got very close to critting their initiative.
Jeez Louise.
I don't think their name's Luis.
I'm already dealing with my forgetful nonsense.
I'm sorry, it was just a pun.
Alright.
Grumbles in the distance.
So if nobody's coming down yet, these two are gonna hold action. So this one and this one.
Yeah, I don't want to get my ass eat.
Stove.
Alright. Well, if this is so I imagine from this angle it's this one that got blasted, right?
Yeah.
This one up here. Okay, so
I'll actually move it closer to the ship. So
okay.
that it's kind of like,
there-ish. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Let's see. What do we do? What do I do here?
Shoot him.
What?
You said you got a range attack. Fucking clip them sons of bitches. Whip out the blick.
Okay, fine. Let's see. I have. Well, I haven't. Yeah, I'll just use I'll just try taking a swing with the Lotus rifle. At the one that got shot.
All right.
How's a 25 do?
Well, that'll hit.
Cool. Shit, I forgot to call something. Oh well. I'll get that. I'll get that. I'll get that. I'll get that in. This feels dumb, but I'm going to attempt it. I'm gonna try doing like a thrown psychic blade at it. Well, using my bonus action as like the psychic blade sort of second fire with the Lotus rifle.
Okay, with or without.
Without wild magics.
Okay.
14 and a 13. Awesome. That's all I could do.
Okay.
What?
14,
Chateau.
13.
Hello.
Okay.
Now, yeah. That's my
Hi.
turn. Yep.
All right.
Reminder, we are on the ship. We are not actually this close to them.
Oh. So, do you guys want me to shoot them with something ranged that I have that's kind of wimpy, or?
Well, they kind of. I figured they already know about the existence of the Elucidator and Muramasa, so. I guess go wild. I guess go down there and go wild. I guess. I don't know. Your call.
Well, they know about the Elucidator and the Muramasa, yes, but they don't know.
They don't have Kai's abilities.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Just keep plinking them from up here. Can we move the ship a little closer?
What? Shadow. Hi.
So maybe I should just play it conservatively and shoot them with something ranged.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do
you
I,
could probably.
this is a dumb question, but as a fighter, if I shoot them with, say, a longbow or my crossbow or something, do I only get one attack?
If you shoot them with a longbow, you still get your extra attacks. Crossbows are special because they have the loading property, which means you need a feat in order to shoot them multiple times in one turn.
Or you have a special
Oh.
crossbow like me.
Or have a special one, yes.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna attack with my longbow.
So yeah, if you do your longbow, you'd still get 3 attacks. Or is it 4 at this point? I forgot.
It should be 4.
But you cannot bonus action attack with the longbow.
Okay.
But you could haste yourself. Oh. Oh wait, same day. You already used it today.
We already. Yeah, it's still the same day.
Is the 26 hit? I guess the 25
Yeah.
hit, so it should.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh. What is the problem, Shadow?
What about a 16?
16 will not hit.
What's up? What's up?
Hey, a 31.
Yeah, give me a minute. Yeah, give me a minute.
Just this one?
What?
The one getting attacked. Is it this one?
This one right here?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright. I'm gonna step away for a quick second. I'll be back. I'm just being asked to help carry something downstairs.
And this, I guess, will end my turn. It seems weird. Kai doesn't like it.
Yeah, you're too used to being Ryan from Metal Gear.
David.
Better keep it real simple. Just shooting the one that's closest to me. Pew, pew, pew.
Okay, they all hit.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Real simple. Moving on.
Vorga's gonna skip her turn because she wasn't ready when this started.
I wasn't ready.
David ignored me asking if we could move the ship closer.
Action.
I mean, as long as we're out of their range, we can get as
Issa.
close as we like.
Yeah,
Also,
I
I
think am
didn't
in
hear
range?
you asking me that.
Oh,
Oops.
yeah, I asked if we could move the ship closer. I've only got... oh, it is only 90 even with the slugs. Damn. These slugs suck. Got a lot of drop off. Hold on. I think I'm gonna have to get off the ship. How far are we away?
250 feet in the air.
250 feet in the air, yeah. I think some of these attacks... Did everybody have that range? Jeez.
I'm back.
But you can get off of the ship as a free action.
Apparently Issa's on the ground.
Yeah. So
She's gonna suck down a haste potion. Or potion of speed.
okay.
Goddamn addict. She is going to, as the primary attack, use... Oh, she's just gonna roll up on this thing then. Just dig into it with her gauntlet hand. That's the wrong thing. God damn it. The
Okay,
chainsword.
well, first of all,
The chainsword, yes.
as soon as you walk up to it, I need a strength saving throw from you.
Oh no.
You are grappled.
Yay! Hold on.
I am holding on. That's the point of
Yeah,
being grappled.
yeah.
I'm holding.
Mm.
I am holding on to Issa.
Mmm. Mmm.
You are now
Sorry.
grabbed. What do?
Did someone make a fucky wucky?
Well, Issa couldn't shoot it, so she couldn't shoot it with a boomstick. So
The one thing we said to avoid doing.
I asked if we could move the ship closer. We did not move the ship closer.
It seems to be a habit. You always seem to do the one thing we say not to do.
Issa.
Well, since I didn't actually take an action, I'm going to use...
I mean, you can still attack while grappled.
Yeah, you can still attack while grappled.
yeah. That's...
How-
And your attacks will still hit because
You're right in its face.
Grapple does not impose disadvantage. It just reduces your movement speed to 0.
Is it a bonus action to get out of that, or is it all of my movement?
It's an action contested. It's a contested check.
yeah.
Hmm. I'm not getting out of this.
Grapple is usually it's contested athletics from the grappler to either athletics or acrobatics from the
I'll
person
see if it was
being
acrobatics.
But I'm pretty sure once you're grappled, it is just strength from there.
grappled. Once you are grappled, it is contested athletics.
You get one
Most
chance
of
to
the
be
time.
Dex. Once.
Oh,
Well,
go
I
ahead.
mean, my-
Go ahead and roll. No, go ahead and roll your athletics. Actually,
Not my acrobatics.
Or yeah, sorry, acrobatics.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm at advantage right now.
Okay, you're not grappled.
That
Then.
doesn't matter. We still take the 36.
It's plus 19 by the way.
Yeah, you're good. You're not.
So I still have my attack then. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
24 hit.
24.
Yes.
24 does hit. Okay. So I pumped a charge into that, and a caustic blades charge. Where's my caustic blades? That's one of my inspiration, isn't it? I don't remember how this works. That's all right. And then I'm going to use my automatic ammo, the cheap stuff, and give her an old blast as I back up. At advantage. Actually at advantage, so I get a sneak attack. And then I move 10, 15 out of 80. So I move 65 back? Yeah, I move 65 away. That is my turn. 9 piercing, 18 lightning, 27 acid, 19 piercing, and 16 sneak attack.
Okay, give me 1 second.
After these calculations, we'll be right back.
Oh goodness. That's a throwback.
Okay, what is that in total? I'm sorry.
Hey Brian, you got a calculator?
7, 19, 16, 62.
Okay. Okay, so this one that you just attacked will in fact explode.
Oh.
Did I get gooed?
Not quite.
It had a bunch of babies in it, huh?
Oh, how do you know me so well?
Hmm.
I feel like that's besides the point.
Oops.
What?
Ah! Ah!
Well, that's not-
Those are
that's
weird
not
babies.
correct.
This is a problem.
Hey, that's a spider thing to fucking explode with babies, not a worm thing.
Well, no, they did take on the qualities of the spider as well.
Not the worms, they're worms.
The sliver worms have the qualities of spiders in them as
The
well.
worms.
Yeah, the last time I checked, worms didn't have claws or legs.
These are,
They look more like millipedes, yeah.
Hey Axel.
And I will.
Here, Mr. Kitty.
I'll
I
do
realized
the
I was probably muted the whole
turn order
time.
After,
Oh,
at the
it's
top, I'll roll their turn order at the top. So.
I'm pretty sure all of you have heard the news about Spaceballs too, right?
Oh fuck yes! I'm super
The search
excited.
for more money? Or the quest for more money?
Yeah.
I don't think it's about money, if I'm being perfectly honest.
It's a joke from the first movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming soon, Spaceball 2's The Quest for More Money.
When it comes out in 2027, it would have been 40 years between the first movie and that one.
I'm excited. I
And
just really.
some little
Rick
extra
Moranis
news
is
for you.
coming back for that.
Yep.
Rick Moranis said "fuck you" to Ghostbusters, but he's coming back for Spaceballs too.
Yes, he's gonna reprise his role as Dark Helmet, and the guy who does Lone Star's coming back, and that old 98-year-old son of a bitch, fucking Mel Brooks, he's gonna reprise his role as Yogurt.
It's because he respects Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
believe this dude is a century old, and he's still gonna
Yeah.
put on the makeup and costume and act. The dude is insane.
I just wish that John Candy was still alive for it.
Oh,
Yeah.
if we get CG John Candy, it might be really sad. But dogs don't live that long, so it'll make sense.
I don't know
Oh, yeah.
why.
Well,
but
he was a Mog.
I don't know why, but for some reason I just imagined like there was like the movie was like being goofy and fun all the time, but then they come across like the character that they're all like, hey, where's this character? And everyone just gets like sort of quiet for a second.
Oh,
You know?
That's not really Mel Brooks' style. Mel
I
Brooks
know,
is
I'm
fucking
just-
wild.
I hope
just,
he gives them a
I'm
little
be-
nod at least.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Oh yeah, he definitely will. He's that kind of guy.
Just watching our D&D time fly out the window.
I'm sorry.
Just waiting on stuff, It's all right. We chill. We good.
What? It's Perla's turn.
Correct.
What's Perla do?
Yeah, get him, Perla. I don't know what you're gonna do, but you fucking get him.
Guys,
What happened to you over there?
Cat.
Yes.
if I do an AOE with the area of effect of that purple circle, will it hit all of the babies plus those 3?
Bird all the baby.
Also, I thought these were supposed to be 4x4. They're 5x5.
Now I'm watching more time.
Time doesn't exist.
In that case, then yes.
It will now. Cool. Where is it?
And then these would actually, if you want to move it back a little bit,
I could hit more of them.
yeah, because
They're trying to skitter away.
no, I'm adjusting it for the size.
Oh, okay.
So, dex save from all those involved in the purple circle.
What's your DC?
20.
I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna bother.
As Ice Storm.
They have
a
a -2 to their dex. Just a heads up.
Perla basically summons a fucking comet of ice and slams it into this one, and it just hits everything around it. So that is 24, 10 bludgeoning, 14 cold.
That's gonna kill these things right the fuck away.
And the area of the purple circle is difficult terrain until Perla's next turn.
Okay. Euphoria.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything else with my bonus action. I'm staying
Oh.
on the ship. So,
Okay.
you're good.
Alright. Ice Barrage Fireball combo.
Does the ship shoot at the top of the round?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bingo boom.
That was my last 4th level spell slot for the day.
Okay. So what is that in total?
64 off of the first one, 40 off of the second one, so 104 total.
That's gonna die. That's gonna die. That's gonna die. They are not replicating. They're not making babies.
I mean, to be fair, it was a big old boom too. So.
Anything else from Euphoria?
They died in the womb.
Nothing else.
Okay. This one is going to start moving away.
Ship.
Oh, right.
Do I just?
I would not shoot that. Shooting that one would be meta knowledge.
I mean, it was probably going to target the one in the middle, anyways.
Okay.
So the large one or the small ones?
Um.
Because it shot the large one. Does that one have a cooldown on it?
Yeah, it has a cooldown, so you need to do the small
So
ones.
four small ones then.
4
Okay.
small pew pews.
Bang 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 bang.
I almost feel like that should have been split between two of them, but
No, because it wouldn't have killed.
okay. Fair enough.
I fell asleep.
Okay. We got Koyuki. What can she do?
Explosion magic.
Konosuba.
Cone of Suba.
Quit it.
I'm the only dumb one who jumps on the ground.
I mean, to be fair, Stoth is going to probably join you in just a moment.
I'm actually trying to figure out if fast as lightning.
It takes a minute for you to concentrate back into a human form from that.
Well, yeah, it would burn quite a few turns, but like if I was about to get bit, I could do it.
Can you do it as a reaction?
Has it been an hour at my will? It says at will. I
Yes,
can
but
take the
does it-
dash
Oh, Jesus
action.
Christ.
Does it say that as an action or a bonus action or a reaction?
She's just going to obliterate this one.
I can switch freely between the two forms.
Stealth.
It doesn't actually say. I don't.
Alrighty.
Anyways, yeah, Stoth's turn. This one, we have one that's trying to make a break for it.
Alright. So
Wait, where'd the other one go?
it's
died.
at bottom.
Ah.
Yeah, she blew it the hell up.
It has been obliterated.
All right, so we're seeing
Yeah, you just see these ice spires come out of the ground and just like grab this thing, hook onto it, and just drag it into a prone position, and it dies.
Wow.
Splurt.
Let's see. That thing is moving pretty fast, and I'm on the ship right now. So, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna try. Let's see. The Stoth has a flight speed from the Wing Guardian's cloak. Let's see. I think with the he's gonna use this Wing Guardian's cloak to try to take flight and try to go after it. Try to like fly after it sort of thing. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah,
All right.
around here. He should let's see. It's 75, so right from where I think I was, I believe I was here. Yeah. So I think I have a few more feet in me, and and I'm gonna try shooting it again with the Lotus rifle, with wild magics on, hoping the wild magics will slow it down. So throw that.
Hey, roll your wild magic.
Yep.
Hope and wild magic do not go in the same sentence.
99. Oh
They-
boy.
They do when it's
99.
followed up when when
But
it's in the
I
context
hope it doesn't
of, I
fuck
hope
up.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't fucking make the situation worse.
Oh, good. I regained all expended psionic energy dice. Neat. That's not helpful. I'm gonna take another pot shot with wild magics. A whoosh. Uh-oh.
Okay.
That's a miss, isn't
The
it?
24 still hits, I think.
Oh, cool. That. Wild magics. 96. 96. You and all creatures within 30 feet of you gain vulnerability to piercing damage for the next minute. It's just me.
There is nothing
It's-
within 30 feet. Well, actually,
Oh, good.
does that apply to Stoth, or does that apply to the thing he attacked?
That is a good question.
It applies to stealth, or is it vulnerability or invulnerability?
The text just says you and all creatures within 30 feet of you gain vulnerability to piercing damage for the next minute.
Then it's everything in that area.
So what he attacked then?
Does the
Yeah.
so
So if you were in 30 feet of it,
I would gain
then
the piercing.
then you would be also part of this, but because
Yeah.
you sent it away,
Yeah, it's
you're
on
not-
the enemy. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah. Good. Yay. It didn't slow it down, but it's more vulnerable to damage now.
In other words, that thing's fucking dead as soon as the ship's turn comes back up. If it doesn't die before that.
hi.
Because guess what damage my crossbow does, Lamau?
Piercing.
I can shoot it. Okay, is the
That's a really long shot there. I'd be amazed.
Longbow range is 120 feet. If this is to scale, it's 95 feet away.
yes. So it right.
Corchi's dying.
Oh,
Discord's dying.
What's the-
copy for you good?
I think Discord's having a heart
Yes.
attack.
I. Oh,
It's just me. Everybody's being
they're
weird.
sounding like robots.
Discord is having a heart attack.
It could be me
Oh,
and Corchi
right.
if our internet's acting up.
No, it's Discord as a whole.
Yeah.
Because I was hearing it on everyone.
Awesome.
Bad.
Cool.
Right.
So I should be able to my longbow again. So
Longbows are piercing, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Correct.
Unless
pot
you have a
shot,
different
Fred.
arrow
And I tried-
type.
Now to say, unless you somehow managed to fit a boxing glove onto it.
no, it's piercing.
You think he has the green arrow?
Oh
Jeez,
my
that was
god!
really bad rules. Did any of those actually hit?
All but the last one.
I love how that almost went
Oh,
sequentially.
okay.
Wow.
I mean, it's not a lot of damage anyway.
Yeah, but it's doubled because it has a vulnerability to piercing right now.
But yeah.
22, 1, 19, 14.
Yeah, I love how that almost went
Yep.
sequentially.
Double damage.
So
Oh.
20, 22,
It's like it hit the-
20, so 42 damage plus 14.
Just like how Discord is having a vulnerability stack right now.
Discordstatus.com.
Look at Discord, sees cheese puff icon next to its name. Uh-oh.
Oh, what? Discord is fucking up again? No way!
A company that
Uh,
made a joke about their logo saying Piss Corp? Never. Oh,
Discord?
Uh-oh.
Druz DC'd.
Wait,
their
how did
original logo, the letters,
I lost our
on-
DM! There's our
great.
DM.
yeah, it's the API response time is being really high randomly, so
Uh-oh.
Well, anyways. So,
But yeah, that's gonna my turn.
So, yeah, the piercing do double damage thanks to Akane's wild magics.
it's a total of 56.
Very
Oh, I
nice.
didn't
That
realize it. Okay, that's cool.
yeah,
Okay.
Akane
That's what
decided,
vulnerability
hey,
does.
Akane decided, hey, let's kill this guy.
Axel.
Anyway.
Wait, you're right.
It is David's turn.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think this thing's dead.
Well, 50 plus 42,
Did you hit the crit one too?
92.
Let's say you only
No,
hit two.
not yet. No.
Let's say- There you go.
There's the crit. What kind of explodium
Distress
is
here.
attacking?
Yeah. I was
Okay.
making sure his range on his crossbow was good too.
It's 148 damage.
Yep, that's enough to kill it. It will explode into...
The babies!
Baby.
Is that
So
8?
hold on, were they in? They were in range, so they're weak to piercing too, right?
I mean, they were
No.
inside the creature when it happened, so...
And then
Right.
the creature
But-
died, so...
The inside of the creature would be in range.
No!
Logically, that's how that would work.
I'm just saying, you know.
That's exactly how it would work.
No! Yeah.
They're technically on the... Amber and Becca to use the bathroom.
You've said no too many times, Zai. Now the DM's using...
I've made too many suggestions that make this fight go faster. The DM's like, no, make it last longer.
This is your fault.
I mean, if the turn one is anything to go off of, those things are probably dead when Perla's turn comes up.
Yeah. Can she hit them from here? What is the range on her rifle? Yes, she can. And they're piercing damage, so...
All they have to do is hit.
Is his wolf gonna make it there in time? No, not even close. He's not even gonna bother getting off the ship then. The one person who could actually get in their face and be okay
It's stuck
did
on the
not get
ship.
off the ship. He can't do jack shit either. Issa.
So, my boomstick auto ammo, the stuff that just loads automatically when I pull the trigger,
Mhm.
I could just use that as a primary and a secondary attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is 90 feet. What is the range? the far range is 90.
They're on the other edge of the map there, buddy.
I'm using dash to get there.
But I say you're a high enough level rogue, you can bonus action dash, right?
And then I'm using my two primary attacks that I'm getting right now on both boom. I'm going to use the boomstick twice. Actually, no. I'm going to use the boomstick as a secondary action because I'm going to do something else.
Okay.
What do?
Whee! This is going to not make it the whole way there yet.
Fireball.
This, by the way.
Okay.
I burnated them, and then yeah, she'll do the last bit of her movement and blast one of them with the shotgun.
Okay.
Crit.
Of course.
So
Which one did you hit?
we'll just say it's the closest one in front of me. That one's definitely dead. The other ones are a little crispy.
Yeah.
I think that's all I can do since I used all of the movement.
Okay, Pirla.
Perla's like, why is she in my way?
Brad?
I mean, I can...
Oh.
This Ice Storm has a range of 300 feet.
Oh, you're moving it over there.
Yes. And it's getting upcasted. Because she doesn't have any more
You're
4th
out
level
of-
spell slots.
Yep.
She does have 5th level, though. Ignore the 5.
Okay.
So that's 22 total damage.
Okay.
If they, assuming they fail to save.
They will. Give me 1 second though.
As she summons just a slightly bigger ice comet on top of them.
It is still not enough to kill them, but they're very, very, very weak.
They're very durable then.
They only have 50 HP. You guys have only done 39 to them.
Wow.
They're at 11 right now.
That damage that I rolled on that second one was not the greatest.
So if Euphoria can do more than 11 damage to all of them, and
Uh,
she absolutely
does
can.
That, does that look like enough?
Crispy.
How do you want to do this, Euphoria?
She's just floating in the air on her back, and she just holds out her hand, creates a ball of fire in her hand, and she just tosses it right behind her back. She just tosses it right behind her nonchalantly.
Flies right by
Like-
Issa's head, almost hitting her.
She's just doing one of those tosses where
Yeah.
you just look at where you just find a trash can, an empty can, and just throw it back behind your head.
Hey, you kind of look like
Okay.
you're bored right now.
She is bored.
Watch where you throw that. That almost hit me.
Almost isn't a direct hit now, is it?
Anyways,
Horseshoes and
we have-
hand grenades and
we have obliterated the slivers that we've found.
there were more
Yeah.
underground that I found, right, Trez?
There were 8 worms, you only found 7.
One of
Right,
we found
one
a
split
corpse.
open.
We found a corpse of one. as
Yeah,
well.
you found a corpse of one, but you didn't find the spiders from it.
I didn't find the spiders and I didn't find any other hive, just the big worms.
I think Pearl is
Right.
still. I think Pearl is still concentrating on locate creature from the last time.
Yes, but you're not getting a sense.
They skittered
So
away
wherever
then.
those spiders went, they're not in this realm.
Now, is this
Or
still
at
within
least
an
in
hour?
within a 1 kilometer radius. So
Is this still within an hour of the last combat?
I'd say so.
Alright, Issa's gonna change back into her lightning form and search the tunnels as insanely fast as she can under the effect of haste and using her dash action.
The tunnels go all the way back to the Underdark and stop here.
Okay.
So in other words, you
She's
don't
returning to
find
the group,
anything.
which- yeah. There's nothing there. She's looking around for weapons in the tunnels.
Whatever small ones there were on the one that died before we got here, I think got away. They're in a different realm at this point. I'm not sensing anything.
We just clean one mess up after another, don't we?
Well, regardless, we made sure we dealt with most of them that had the purple worms. So, at best, they should have less resources to work with.
Pearl's gonna turn to Archibald. Where do they appear next?
Well, if my predictions are correct, they should appear in a place known as the Nine Hells.
Why would they go there?
Because demons are really delicious things to copy.
When do they show up there?
If history proves anything, we have a few days before they show up.
So we have a little bit of time to investigate what's going on with Faber then.
I suppose so. You're hearing like a robotic voice because he's speaking to you while he's inside of his suit.
Yeah, of course.
He suited up, despite the fact that he didn't do anything.
It felt good, okay? If anything, the whole Faber thing is smelling of a trap, but we won't know until we investigate it ourselves.
It is obviously a trap.
Well, I was suggesting we investigate who would set this sort of trap.
Now that's the correct question that should be asked.
Someone in league with Lathander, I'm willing to bet. If not Lathander himself.
Could also be Curmudgeon himself.
I doubt it would
It's
be...
either one of those two.
I doubt it would be Dalton. But there is always the possibility.
We won't know until...
The only possibilities are those two. No one else, really.
Whew, I'm back. What did I miss?
Worms exploded.
Oh, we mopped them up.
Yeah.
So Pearl is not sensing some of the smaller ones that were present when we started our little engagement.
But we
they
took care of the
scuttled away.
problem, right?
Mostly.
We took care of the major problem.
It's reasonable to assume that the smaller ones that were present when we got here got away. And are now in a different realm.
Well, it's just less numbers for them, so it's W for us.
So now the idea has been suggested that we go investigate what's going on with Faber.
Do we really have to? Is that actually a good idea?
We have a few days before the next Sliver event happens, which is supposedly in the Nine Hells.
Well, we definitely can't let them take that.
I mean, obviously.
So we have a couple of options. We can either go investigate what's happened with Faber, or head to the Nine Hells and see if we can stop them before they even become a problem there.
I'm just trying to find a good reason to go after this Faber fella. Like, I'm all for helping people, but he doesn't seem like a good idea.
Wait, what's the bad idea? As Issa comes back from
Going
below
after
deck.
this Faber guy.
Why are we going after him? I don't understand. It seems...
That's why I was asking.
I wanted to investigate and see what's going on, but that's fine if you guys don't want to.
Look, it's like I said before. He talks like Dalton. He's clearly out of his mind. He's been brainwashed by the people of the Light Realm. I don't see why we should go get him. Just seems like a bad idea. I mean, it's obviously a trap anyway, so I don't favor walking into that.
That's why I was going to suggest that I would just go investigate myself.
And I wouldn't suggest going off into a strange realm by yourself. It's a
I
strange
don't know,
place
guys.
with
He said
enemies
some sort of
everywhere.
weird connection to me. He found my sword.
Now that we have a moment, I guess we could speak with Gond about that.
You do bring a good point. I'll hold off. I'll hold off then.
Hey Drez, did the bartender have any speed potions for me?
You only
Not at
bought
this
some.
moment, no. You got to give him a chance to restock.
And so far, you haven't.
She might be going through them at an alarming rate. Like cracking into an energy drink.
Oh dear.
You know what? In fact, give me a Constitution saving throw.
You had to say something.
And why am I rolling at advantage? I'm sorry.
You rolled a 3. That's a 1. Oh no.
Yay.
Oh,
You're now addicted to speed potions. If you're not taking one, you feel sluggish and slow.
Oh, great.
Which means...
Which means you have a permanent exhaustion point until you take a speed potion.
We
You
identified.
should have known better.
We identified any kind of addiction as something that can be dealt with by remove curse previously, right?
Yes,
Cool.
I thought that...
But-
isn't this...
but
I guess I wouldn't...
you have to recognize the symptoms first.
Okay.
We don't know yet.
Well, as that last one's gonna wear off, she is actually going to get hit with a wave of exhaustion and just start kind of dragging ass behind the party.
Yeah, we're going down to see Gond.
Yep.
Alright.
So
Wait, does this mean she has technically 2 addictions at this point?
What is the other addiction?
what was the other one?
Well, it's not really an addiction, but she has to eat.
Oh yeah. The
So
item,
does everyone else!
Oh,
the item
No.
the item eat.
yeah,
The magic
the-
item consumption.
yeah, the Gale curse.
You're just really
That-
good at making bad
That
choices.
is
huh?
that is all David's fault, by the way.
No.
I didn't
That can't be.
No,
that
it's
can't
not.
be- that addiction can't go away by remove curse, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's not my fault. I didn't choose to, I don't know, do whatever the hell it is you did to get that curse.
Anyways,
Decide to become an atomic bomb.
Yeah, it wasn't my fault. I didn't choose that.
I'm assuming Kai is following us down to Gon's workshop.
Yes, I am. Sorry, I'm
Okay.
out of my computer.
Knock, knock, knock.
Hello, Perla. How are you?
Dealing with
Perla
things.
just wiping bug guts off of her.
Well, she didn't get down there, so.
I'm kidding. Why is there a portal here?
Now that we have a moment, I wanted to ask you something. Well, we wanted to ask you something.
Sure.
You said that you didn't know anything about Faber.
Correct.
Or rather, you didn't recognize him as a craftsman. Are you able to tell us anything about this sword? It's a sword that he had provided to Kazuto, and now Kai has it. As far as we know, it's called the Elucidator.
Hmm. No, I can't say I have. He kind of does Kazuto hand over the sword?
And does Kai hand
Yeah,
over
I'll
the
hand it
sword?
over.
Okay. He kind of looks it over. This looks like. I can't say that I've seen anything like this. It does look like things native to the world of Midgar, but other than that, no. And yes, as of like last week, Final Fantasy is canon to D&D.
Of
What?
course. Magic.
I
Are you
ref-
talking
I
about
ref-
the Magic the Gathering nonsense?
I refuse to acknowledge that.
Anyway.
That's why slivers are now canon to D&D through the Final Fantasy link.
Final Fantasy just ruins everything.
Slivers have been a thing in Magic for years.
No, in D&D.
Yeah, Magic and D&D are in the same universe and have been for several years.
Okay.
Hello, Callie. What are you doing?
Cat.
Sure.
Where's my camo, the Kelly?
This
Yeah, I come to collect.
this was not crafted by any smith in our world. This was pulled from another existence.
You're telling. This stuff just looks perplexed. Telling me a forge from another universe made this then.
I'm saying it wasn't forged at all. I'm saying it existed. It didn't exist, and then it did.
But it had to have been created somehow.
He's gonna run his hand across the blade. I know all of the craft marks in every single piece of weapon and armor. And this was not crafted. It was not forged. It just came to be. Something like this would have marks, would have indicators that it was forged. It just exists now.
Well,
Whoever
no,
did this is a very, very powerful in conjuring. This is not a forger. This is a conjurer.
So now we have to find someone who. Now we have to figure out who conjured that thing into existence. Then.
If Faber's not a smith, then it might be that he is a conjurer, or at least he knows something about who conjured it.
That would make a lot of sense if he's a if he is or is in connection to someone who's able to conjure things into existence. That would be all the more reason to potentially try looking for him.
If you don't mind,
Hmm?
Kai, is it?
That's me.
Might I see your other sword?
This is gonna be fun.
I remove my
Of
stand
course.
in Kai.
Here you go.
So he'll pull this sword, like he'll pull it out of the sheath and show you. This is my son. This is my greatest achievement. This is my most perfect sword. Even still, you can see the forge marks. No matter how perfect I made this sword, you can still tell that it is forged. Whereas Kai's other sword, this Elucidator, has no indicators. This isn't just somebody conjuring a sword. This is somebody willing something into existence.
And and based on all that, then you don't suppose Faber is or is in connection to them, then?
He would have to be. He had it.
So he can summon swords from some magical ether. So what?
No, you don't understand. Even even conjured magics leave a trace. This person altered reality for this item to exist. That is magic even beyond my own.
So
Then
So
that's not Faber then.
Unless Faber's been lying about his identity.
And why would he just give me the sword then?
That I don't know.
I still want to go investigate. Hearing all of this only made me more curious about it now, though. If we do have someone that's able to alter reality, and that's either with or in contact with, I'm curious how they got kidnapped to begin with.
Again, it's probably not Faber.
Whoever this individual is, then, I want to investigate.
He's probably a patsy.
It sounds like we should definitely go check this out at the very least.
Right. We still have time before the slivers supposedly strike, so so whether or not the party wants in on this, I'm going. Foolishness or not.
To find out who can spawn swords in this bizarre manner. I'm pretty sure we have more important things to do than figure out weird smiths.
I think more of us want to investigate at this point.
I mean, sure, it is a curious case, but, you know, we're in the middle of a war preventing realms from falling into doom.
We have
If
some
the
time
smith has...
before the slivers are going to show up. We should investigate this.
That also gives us more time to prepare.
True. Speaking of preparing, does anybody have any weapons they're not using?
Like, how often do we get the chance to actually spring a trap on someone else? Like, never. We always have traps sprung on us, we always gotta deal with someone else's prepared shit. This is quite literally the only time we have ever had to do the opposite.
I have a short sword and a light crossbow I'm not using.
I also have a sword and a dagger that I'm not really using that much, but the dagger is more of a tool. And the sword is a bit obsolete considering I can turn my arm into something that could kill gods, so...
They kind of need to have some magical quality.
No, sir, my saber is
Plus one or
very
better.
very mundane.
Stoth is just
Like, I'm not
shaking.
trying to like discourage people from like wanting to go find out these things. It's just, I mean, this guy's over here making strange and weird weapons, right? But then we have things that are trying to end the world, which I find to be a little bit more important.
I understand.
Well,
and I understand.
several of
that.
us could go and investigate, while several of us set up a trap.
Probably not the best idea to split apart.
Well,
Yep, we have
none
higher
of us are-
powers waiting for us to show weakness. I bet you the moment we fucking split apart, well, someone goes to what realm and other of us go to another realm, we're gonna be attacked by some other kind of god or their servants or one of those daughters of the Thunder. It's something.
We've all been by ourselves for the better part of a year.
That was different.
That was the time everyone was licking their wounds. Everybody wants a piece of us, and everybody is watching us, whether we know it or not. It's just not very safe. Just saying, like, all of you can do what you want to do. I'm not going to tell you, any of you to go, like, don't do this or don't do that. I'm just saying, just use wisdom when trying to prioritize what you do with your time.
But the point is that this person, if they really did create Kai's sword here, is arguably, and no offense, not downplaying you at all, Gond, but more powerful than Gond, who is very powerful.
And not bothering anybody that we know
He's
of.
been kidnapped.
Faber was kidnapped.
They were. attempting
If
to
something
kidnap.
has more power than me, you have to realize my power is on the level of Ao and Javor and Ith and Tatiana. You know, these are
The
primal
elder gods.
deities. Yes, there's nothing supposed to be more powerful than us.
And yet
I'm just
there's
saying, if
something-
he's minding his own business and not exactly putting the world at risk, why are we wasting time and resources going after him? Well, we could be using that time and resources putting down the threat before it even becomes a threat. We have people literally from the future who know where they're going to be at exactly where and what time.
Which
Is
precise-
the ship moving at this point?
I
Uh,
don't think so.
we
It doesn't
didn't tell
have
it
a
to move.
destination.
We didn't tell a destination about it. No. Why?
I guess we're just kind of
I assume we would
hovering,
have
I
climbed
guess.
from the low altitude we're at, but
Druz.
What?
You asked a question, we gave you an answer.
And I accepted
note of
your
it?
answer.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, so ship is not currently in motion.
Okay.
And it's because of those people from the future that we have the option that we do. We can either go investigate Faber with the time that we have until the slivers show up. If we get done with that quickly enough, then we can also set a trap for the slivers.
If. But when has a plan that we've ever had ever gone exactly according to plan? Things always fuck up, and we always have to adapt to the situation and deal with a new problem. And it always takes longer than we anticipate. Always. Are you lot really just going to put the world at risk to satiate some kind of
I have a
curiosity?
I have a feeling that ignoring Faber is going to result in the world being at risk anyways. That's not to
Well,
say
we can either focus.
it's
We
not
can
to say
focus on
we
something
ignore
we
it
know.
Yes, it's not to say we ignore it completely. I think
No.
a reasonable option would be to go and investigate what's going on with Faber after dealing with the slivers and the Nine Hells.
Yes. The fact is, these slivers we know for a fact are a threat and are going to cause more problems.
If he's
Especially if we don't intercept them. This unknown individual with Faber, or maybe Faber himself, I highly doubt that jittering idiot can conjure anything more than even a complete sentence, let alone a sword.
if he's being
We know
held
he's
hostage,
not an
he's
immediate
going
threat.
anywhere.
That too. He's also not an immediate threat to the world at large.
Fine. I just have a gut feeling that we're going to regret this decision, but fine.
I don't agree to that decision. I think we need to investigate Faber.
It's not important. At least not in terms of priority of saving the world. That takes top
Your
priority.
priorities.
It's everyone's priorities to make the slivers disappear for good. Even
They're
the
not
Light
there
Realm
yet.
should be afraid. We know where they're going to be, and we can intercept them before they even get there. Or we could take the time that we have, make a more solid plan, make it easy for us when they do arrive there. Because honestly, I would like to have it easy for a change.
Gond is gonna hand back the swords to Kai. Perhaps
Thank you.
at least scouting out where this all started. It'd be a good idea. You could decide from there.
Where what all started? The thing with
The
Faber?
slivers.
Sure, if it's not terribly far, then you should be
We first met
well to
Faber.
do that.
We first met Faber in the Light Realm.
I mean, since he was kidnapped.
So, Augustine,
Well, that's not far at all.
because that's where he was when we dropped him off.
That's
Jim,
that was
take
a-
us
and
to
that was-
Augustine.
And that was a year ago, yes.
Yes, and they were supposed to be under the watch of a couple gods.
That's well. Let's have a chat about why he's gone then.
We can at least ask the people who were supposed to keep him on a leash why they let him go. Or why he isn't where he's supposed to be.
How much time do they say before the slivers are supposed to show up in the Nine Hells?
A few days.
3 days.
We have
They said
plenty of time.
3 days specifically.
We have 3 days. If this is a wild goose chase, we'll leave ourselves at least 1 day to fully prepare in the Nine Hells.
Shooting Star, take us back to Augustine.
Are we done here then? I have a lot
Oh,
of work.
right.
I believe so. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. He's gonna go back to his work. Are you guys waiting out here as the shooting star goes back to Augustine, or are you guys going back to your rooms?
How long is it gonna take?
From where you're at to where Augustine is, I'd say about like 15 minutes.
Okay. Probably just need to go up to the top deck.
Okay.
I'm hitting the bar.
Alright, I need everybody that's not on the top deck.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'll fucking
Okay, who's
stay
going on the top
for now.
deck and who's not?
Stealth is probably gonna go up on the top deck.
Issa's gonna go to her room. she's going to her room.
Okay, Euphoria.
She's feeling tired.
Euphoria is already on the top deck.
Okay. Stoth.
That's top deck, yeah.
Lying
David.
on the back.
David, are you in the bar or at the top deck?
Top deck.
All right, put your guy on there. Kai.
My goy.
I'm in my room.
Okay. So I need Issa and Kai. I need you guys. I need Isekai to roll me perception checks.
Is my passive not high enough?
You're inside, so you have to roll.
Oh. Okay.
If you'd have been on the top deck, you could use your passive.
Hey, look at that. I used my passive.
All right, whose passive is higher than 16? That is on the top deck.
Me.
Me.
Let's see. Pretty sure I'm in there too. Let me check. Higher than
my
16,
my
right?
passive kind of poops on a 16, so.
Yeah, I have a 19 passive. I see. So something is happening, I guess.
Euphoria, what's your passive?
Not enough.
Okay, those of you who have a passive of 16 or higher, you're noticing the clouds are going in a diagonal upward position.
The hell?
Also, are we? Does the shooting star look like this now, or are we still on the other version?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're on another version.
I thought that's what the perception
The
check
problem
was
with
going
the
to be
perception
for.
was.
You're like, wait a second, why is the shooting star back to normal?
I just assumed it was just a mistake, and because
Yeah, it
of
was a
the
mistake.
force of habit.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so cloud's going diagonal now.
Clouds going diagonal in an upward position.
The hell's?
So are they? Does it look like they're converging on a specific spot, or no?
No, it just looks like they're going upwards diagonally.
This is as we're moving to Augustine.
Yes.
What in the hell's?
I would say around this time, Issa, you would notice it too. And then now the clouds are going diagonal upwards in a faster motion. Everybody can notice this now.
What is going on with that?
Is something about to fire?
Those of you who are looking over the edge is going to see the ground approaching a lot quicker than it should be.
Why are we
We're falling!
losing altitude?
Shooting star status report. We're being jammed. Shit. Shooting star's compromised.
Paul's gonna come up to the dome thing. Is there anything peculiar that she notices?
The normally large glowing lights are dimming.
What's going on with the stones?
She's gonna. It's just an open, like it's just a dome that would normally have the stones inside of it, right?
Yeah, so it's a glass dome that the stones are sitting in.
What the hell?
Are the stones still in there?
Yeah, they're still in there. They're just significantly dimmer in glow than they used to be.
I need to reload.
I think someone just died, Euphoria said.
You think one of the brothers is dead?
I don't know about that.
Or is severely wounded.
Either way, I think it might be a good idea to prepare for an impact.
What's going on up here?
We're falling.
We're losing altitude. Brace
Is
for impact.
teleportation between the rooms even actually possible?
No. No, you gotta manually come up.
You gotta go
Yeah,
up the
she-
stairs.
Just showed up finally.
Oh yeah, she's still sluggish.
Yeah, would Featherfall be useful in this situation?
Not for something this big.
This is a huge ship.
Issa kind of makes her way over to the group. What do we
Inquiry.
do?
Brace for impact. In 5,
That's not an inquiry, you dumb ship!
3, 2,
No time. Brace.
1.
She's using Featherfall on the group. Well, except for David, he's slightly out of range apparently, and I can only do 5 people.
So what happens, Druz?
You guys land in the desert just short of Augustine.
Thank goodness for the comfy sand, I guess.
It's
Well,
It's
that-
pretty
It's
rough and
everywhere.
coarse.
Well, that actually felt a little more exciting than rest of what I've been doing this for the day.
Euphoria, are you able to get a hold of Gabriel?
Well, I just talked to him earlier. Let's see. Before I said as she used the stone to contact Gabriel.
I don't think it's Gabriel.
Well, that's what he asked us to call him.
I don't think that's what he meant.
Shortly after you hear, hello?
You're still at home watching over our daughter, right?
Yeah, haven't left.
Good. Then it's not you. Because something's wrong with the stones.
Which of the 3 do we know that has something really horrible and fucked up wrong with them right now?
But I thought the stone's power was separate from them. Yes, it's involved with them, but...
Well, Gabriel's gonna probe for questions, as like ask if something's wrong or anything. Other than
Let's just say I think one of your older brothers has gotten into some serious trouble. Just by how the stones are reacting. I mean, he's already in really big trouble to begin with, but still.
I would be able to sense their deaths, so they're not dead.
Probably severely wounded or something.
Maybe.
Well, regardless, it seems like we really have to go to our Vandar now to see what's going on.
And how do you suppose we get there? The ship would normally take us to different realms, but it can't even get up in the air.
I mean, we can all planeswalk over there.
Have we been there before?
Yes.
Yes.
If?
With it. That's where...
Anna's
Yeah.
buried.
yeah.
Man, that's not what I fucking called the place.
The Origin Realm,
Or
if that's a more familiar name.
Do you say Origin Roman character?
If David doesn't recognize Arvandar, then yeah.
Nah, he doesn't call it Arvandor. It's a silly name.
The Origin Realm. Which is where
Oh.
Faber is being kept.
Oh, I see.
Looks like we really do have to get going there then, after all. Because right now we don't have any leads as to what's going on.
perhaps our individual.
What
Perhaps we'll
the
get
fuck
some
is that?
answers about it. What in the hell?
You guys are gonna see something clawing up the side of the ship.
God.
Is Perla getting a sense off of this thing?
No.
Friend or
She's
foe?
going. Well, she's going to step forward and draw her sword and just be ready.
It's a big kitty.
A big stone kitty.
And from behind this main-like thing, you're gonna see. The fuck?
Uh huh.
It's hiding. It's hiding in the DM layer, isn't it?
No.
It doesn't exist yet.
You're gonna see Koyuki riding it.
Hot.
What the?
Is that yours?
Yes, they're called mount beasts.
Rather straightforward.
Yes, they're standard issue to all scale seekers. It's actually one of Archibald's first inventions. You're
How
gonna see
nice.
another one show up.
And who's writing that one?
It's Vorga, but I had to put her token on.
You all have. How nice.
So I'm assuming. Does anyone know anything about what's going on with the ship?
Inquiry. Operating in two realities is
Oh God.
What do you mean two realities?
It's. Remember when we crashed into another version of this ship?
The longer they're here, the worse this gets.
How do we send them home? How do we send them home then? If we're all set and good then.
How many other incidents of slivers are there outside of the ones that are going to show up in the Nine Hells?
quite a lot, actually.
God.
That's assuming they didn't get fully stopped before that.
Yes.
The only thing we know is that the Nine Hells is the next one. And I have a feeling that our former alchemist, Iona, is going to get curious as to how we keep knowing where they're going to show up. She might try to deal with us directly.
Then you're assuming the nine hells is going to be our possible big battle.
Possibly.
You good?
Yeah, sorry. Able to get us around, but do you have mode of transportation aside from the ship?
Yes. You know the cycles that we have in the bay?
Yes.
Right. Yeah, that would help.
Are we still going to proceed with our original plan of investigating Augustine to see if we can find out exactly what happened with Faber?
Well, we're already here.
Might as well investigate.
It's not that much further, right?
Well, as long as you can keep up.
Have you
Depends on-
have you
depend-
have you seen her flying bike? It's more like if you can keep up.
Koyuki's gonna kind of turn and wink, and then this thing's gonna go like a dash
like
of
a
light.
bullet.
At the speed of lightning.
What in the?
I
Ship.
can go that fast.
Ship.
Not.
Estimated time until operational.
Three days.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Our mobile ship is grounded for 3 days. The same amount of days needed to get there. Awesome.
We do have our own planeswalking ability to get to the Nine Hells, so
Right.
You said we had some bikes, right?
Yeah, we do.
Let's mount up.
you feeling all right?
I don't know.
You're usually much
Kind of
faster.
tired.
You're usually much faster than usual.
Pearl is gonna, since teleportation on the ship is not possible, she's gonna just start heading down. She passes through the bar, informs Peter of what's going on.
I'm gonna try. Sorry, folks.
Yeah, she informs Peter of what's going
grabbing
on.
me bike.
And then, assuming is he going to stay on the ship or?
Yeah, he's gonna stay on and guard it.
Okay.
So will Gond and the two elves.
And yeah, she's gonna head down to get a bike.
And Stowe's gonna get on one of the spare bikes as well.
And before he leaves, he's taking a bottle of booze.
Of course he is.
Isa's gonna, while they pass through the bar, hey Peter, are you sure you don't have any more of those speed potions?
No, I'm sorry. We
Bro.
have to restock.
So tired right now. Okay. She's just gonna keep going.
Yeah, just drink some fucking coffee, you'll be fine.
And before that's
Anyway.
that's what a speed potion is just a fucking triple shot espresso.
Oh God.
It's more like it's more like popping, 3 rock stars and 3 monsters at the same time.
No, that's what a speed potion is. It's just a full bowl of Cuban coffee.
God. Well, so by the sounds of it, we all get on the bikes and
bikes
we're
and
following those
Augustine.
speed demons.
There's an exhaustion level tracker in
Yes.
in
In
Roll20.
the character,
You
yeah.
just have
Yes.
to turn it on.
As you guys disembark from the bay of the ship, you'll see the wolf
Wolf mech.
suit, and then Vorga and Brock on 2 mount beasts. No. I'm surprised you guys don't have any mount beasts. Vorga's talking to you guys.
Well, apparently
Yeah.
they were invented by your leader over there. So no, they don't
Oh, yeah.
exist yet.
Best we've got is the motorbikes that we've got.
Oh. What did you guys do before the motorbikes?
We usually just use the ship. This is the first time we've actually had to use these.
The ship allows short-range teleportation, so we usually don't have to walk too far to our objective.
What do people get around that aren't using the ship?
Well, if you could teleport or travel between realms, people can either get slow flying machines, or they can do it the old-fashioned way of horse and carriage.
One foot in front of the
Vorga's
other.
gonna look at you really confused.
What's a horse?
What's a horse?
Dredge's dream future.
The four-legged beast of burden, bit taller than a man, long neck, long face.
Brock's gonna kind of nudge Vorga and go, horses haven't existed in 70 years. They're an extinct animal.
There's no way they'd be an extinct animal. They're still too useful.
They're extinct. That's unfortunate.
They're extinct in my future! Fuck you guys!
Yeah, get
I
over it.
wonder if the
Okay,
slivers
okay.
got their abilities and turned into four-legged beasts.
Monstrosities.
And Drez questions my issue with seagulls. At least I wouldn't make them extinct.
Horse
Because
slivers.
How are you gonna kill them otherwise?
Or were we at the north side of town? I'm still like down here for some
I
reason.
don't want to kill horses. I want them to not exist. They're terrifying.
Yeah, so you want to kill them.
It's Amber Rock.
Skill issue.
Issa does the thing. No.
Be nice.
Oh no! Sentinel activates and Perlin smacks Issa.
This is not good.
I used my reactionary get out of jail free card, and you just kill yourself for the funny.
Anyways,
I just nuked the whole town except for you two.
I'm gonna step away for a minute to try and get something to eat. I'm hungry.
At the speed of
Alright, so what do you guys do in Augustine?
Well, we're gonna go find. Fuck, her name just fell out of my fucking head.
We're gonna
I was gonna find Bitch God and ask why the fuck did you let your quarry fucking run off?
Yeah, I was going to ask the same thing to her too.
You had one job. Watch one simple fucking mortal who's probably brain damaged. I swear they have the shame!
Oh God. Do you live in
The
a
cone of
cave?
shame!
The rummaging.
I probably should have went for unemployment because I'm getting a little fucked over here. But yeah, I'm going to the fucking palace. Nothing fucking stops me. I'm going over there.
I follow him as well. Because we're both going to be filing a complaint.
Management.
Probably,
Why weren't you
probably-
managing?
Probably, complaint is probably an understatement in David's case, though.
No, I don't give a shit about this little weird clown that I literally don't know. Like, to me, like, this guy, Faber, and whatever the fuck is going on over there is completely inconsequential to what we're doing. Like, it has absolutely nothing to do with us, our quest, saving the world, literally nothing. It is a complete side project. Purely for personal interest. I mean, he did straight up ask, like, do we have, like, an actual a real reason to go find this guy? Outside of just being curious?
Vibes. Doing it for the vibes.
I don't
It's
think
not a
that's-
reason.
Oh God.
That shit died years ago.
Not in this realm, alright? Where horses don't exist in the future.
Oh, we're on this topic again.
Well, we've already changed the timeline, so horses probably will still exist.
David's
We're
only
done
doing
here.
this to hurry this up. Like just to get this like swept under the rug here.
I guess we'll find out. If we go and visit him and he's wearing some sort of hockey mask, I'm gonna be concerned.
Rosen! Rosen!
Oh God.
Rosen!
Oh no.
You are just unbelievably obnoxious, aren't you, David?
Only if they do
Weren't
it
you-
first, I
weren't you-
imagine.
Weren't you gonna get us all shit canned with the drow by going into their church?
What are you talking about? He didn't see that.
I have a 28 perception. And I was audibly told by the person who specifically noticed, who was right beside me, that you were wandering off towards the church. I know what you were fucking doing.
Going to go loot a church, yes.
What's in a church? What are you gonna loot?
Crosses.
I mean, they probably got some good booze. I mean,
Artifacts for a deity.
Artifacts?
yeah, artifacts for a
Magical
deity that
items.
literally everyone hates.
Huh?
It is also dead, so they're just not even holy objects anymore. They're just objects, they're just mundane things. They probably got some good booze in there.
Probably some really vintage ones too, yeah.
I'm looking at my item
But it's
list
not
and,
like artifacts towards a deity is completely worthless. Like there are definitely going to be collectors out there that would want such things.
Yeah,
Fresh
you gotta be.
interactions
Yeah,
and
but
stuff like that.
with like Lolth specifically, you gotta be careful selling off that shit. Like you can either
Yeah.
get some really weird people or people just fucking lynch you for it.
Could even be cursed too.
But yeah, I knock on the bedroom door.
Boof, boof, boof.
His dress muted.
Or-
Yeah.
Ira's gonna open the door. She's not here.
And neither is Faber either. What happened?
They're actively having a meeting about that right now. If you want to go to the room up.
Oh yeah, I can hear and smell him down the hall. Sure. Yeah, thanks. Boy. This is gonna walk in.
Issa rolls her eyes. Follows.
He'll sit down, pop the cork of his drink.
Oh, is Perla?
Perla's
is
not
The
even
pearl of that
here.
ain't even there. You also didn't say you would call. You also didn't
Yeah,
say.
there you go. Now you finally say it.
Yeah, you didn't audibly say you were coming. It was just Issa, Euphoria, and I.
Nobody said the whole group was going to get on in this.
Yeah, again, it was just me, Euphoria, and Issa who said anything.
Perla would have followed.
All right.
I then.
Let me pull Perla on.
Just sitting down.
Delete my little stand-in.
Why do you keep doing that?
Because I
Ew.
feel like it.
David was
Everybody's
just sitting
gonna turn
there
to you
like
as you show up. Hi.
Oh, wow, a little
What
rays
was
of
it?
sunshine. Hello to all of you too. Good morning.
We're taking this a little bit more casually than I thought you would.
It's some guy that I of ill import that is gone.
I honestly
There's-
don't know why David's taking the lead here. He doesn't care at all.
I'm just
we
trying
ask-
to. I already told you. I mean, you could ask in character.
By the way, do you want to know have any idea what the hell happened?
Hold on. First of all, I made one mistake since you guys know me. Let's not talk about all the mistakes that you guys made.
One mistake that we
Secondly,
know of.
I am not blaming you or anything. I'm
I-
just wondering how the hell one person behind your shield of all things, which we do completely trust, how the hell did he get kidnapped?
that's the very concerning part. I get my powers from Chauncey. That means my magic is on par with Dalton, Lathander, and Gabriel. That means either somebody stronger than them broke in, or there's a traitor.
That's what that second part is exactly what I was thinking. Someone is definitely conspiring against us. Someone who's probably knows you very well too, Rosen. If they are able to do this under your nose easily.
Well, everybody who knows me the best is here.
Well,
Aside
it's not
from-
that I'm accusing anyone. It's just
Just
in
more
order for them to
confusion on
have
our
been
part.
able to pull this off, they'd have to at least know what the extent of your powers are. So
Where was he last before he disappeared? What was his last known location?
The last known location was, well, it would be the Temple of Gabriel, or I guess the Temple of Strahmouse, or Temple of Sinepho at this point. That temple has had a lot of name changes.
There's
But
a
it's the
god
one right
named
outside the
Strong
castle.
Mouse.
Perhaps I should go investigate it then and see if there's anything left from whatever happened in there.
the fact that it's been discovered a couple of hours ago that he's been kidnapped means that there might still be some fresh leads in there.
That's the idea. I'll go see. If you'll permit me to leave, I'll go investigate.
Permit you
Well-
to leave that? You never asked the permission.
It
We
wasn't
go
that
there
he
or
was. It was discovered a couple of hours ago. He was seen here a couple hours ago.
So, you're saying he just got plucked? Like, just whoop, gone.
Yeah, whoever took him went into that temple and got out without being noticed. Because he was seen in the temple.
And how do
and
we
then he
find
was
out?
not.
How do we find out where exactly he ended up?
Well, we know that.
Yeah, but how? It doesn't
You
make
told
much.
us where he was. We didn't know. We couldn't track him.
The ship was able to track him, but it wasn't able to give us much more information past that.
It just repeated the phrase. A phrase. He was there.
I really don't like where this is going, but it's really starting to look like it's one of the two brothers that have done this.
Do you think? What do you think
Most-
Dalton is dragging us out there?
Or Lathander, one of those two.
It's probably Dalton. The little fool babbles like him.
It could not be Lathander or Dalton. Again, my magic rivals theirs. They can't get in.
Yeah, well, supposedly nothing could get in the shield before, but here we are.
I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go investigate now. He taps Perla on the shoulder with the psychic links. I guess taps on his party with the psychic links. I'll keep in touch with the party here. I'll tell them my findings. let's see. I know it was in here. Spells, names, abilities. Come on, where is it? Psychic whispers. Yes. Yeah. So, Stoth is. Oh, it's the same day, so I'll probably just throw a dice.
So wasn't there one up before?
Well, wasn't it up for like 4 hours?
Yeah, it hasn't been the next day yet.
I think
Oh,
we're still
silly
in
me.
the 4 hours.
Yeah.
All right. I'll keep the party informed until. I'll keep the party informed of my findings.
Keep me informed as well.
What?
Sorry, there's a cat climbing behind a TV.
Oh, okay. Stoth just
That
nods
was
to it.
in character. I apologize.
Okay. Yeah, says
Keep,
Stoth just. Oh,
Rosen's gonna be like, keep me informed as well.
sure. Sure.
I'll go with you.
I guess.
so.
I guess he would go over. I guess would he go over to put the psychic links, or would she just be able to just hijack the line?
Well,
We can also just relay the message.
add her if you wanted.
Probably be better for her to hear about this too. So yeah, Stoth is gonna walk on over here, I guess. And let her in on the psychic whispers. Using one of the psychic dice, I guess.
Re-upping the counter on everyone else.
Sure. All right, so last known location, temple. Right, I see it.
I can't believe we're fixing someone else's shit again.
Pearl is just chilling on top of the
Oh.
gun.
I thought it was
Just trying to like.
Is everyone
keep up.
going, or all right? I guess everyone's going.
Well, Issa said she was following. She's really trailing behind, though.
I'm following because honestly, I'm sick and tired of this place. Just people just fighting new and different ways of walking in here and taking people. Honestly, really annoying. Gets old real fast.
All right, walking in here. Do I see anything out of the ordinary off the top? Right off the bat.
No.
Okay.
Let me fix the lighting though. There we go. There should be no dynamic lighting anymore.
All right. I guess Stoth would try to find like some sort of clue that would, I guess, would he leave any footprints on the carpet, I guess, or am I just thinking too much?
I honestly think we're wasting our time in here. If he's smart and powerful enough to come and take little anyone he wanted under the nose of gods, and as strong as Dalton and yada yada, then I don't think he'd be as idiotic enough to leave something as goofy as a footprint or a thumbprint or whatever. Just in and out, real quick, easy, clean, efficient.
Roll me in.
Honestly, I think we'd have better luck just going to Faber directly.
Roll me an investigation.
You got it.
Issa's also gonna look around when she shows up, but it's at disadvantage. Wow.
It doesn't matter.
Man, if only you had advantage, I could have made a difference.
Right?
Her level 1 exhaustion is apparently just disadvantage on ability checks.
Mm-hmm.
Darn, I would have
So-
loved to have that better roll.
Yeah.
Issa just kind of bumbles around at the entrance. Doesn't seem to be anything over here.
David looks between the bottle and her. Said, "I'm the one who's drinking. And you're the one stumbling around."
I'm just really tired, man.
Battling can do that. You could just, go back to the ship and have a nap.
I don't have any magic I need some magical items
To
before I
go
take
to
a
sleep?
rest.
What?
Before I take a rest.
What are you talking about? Just take your ass to bed, lay down, and close your eyes. That's all you fucking need is sleep. What are you talking about? Any magical items?
I guess if it's a long rest, I have to do the magical items. Probably not a short rest, Adras.
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell needs magical items to sleep?
Oh.
Wait a minute. Is this a way to take some of our belongings?
Oh right, you weren't there when I explained it.
I
Issa's
guess
gonna
while they're doing
show
that,
her tattoo.
Stealth's gonna go over to the center platform.
A spell.
Very
You gotta-
carefully.
No, she has. She has a silver fire. Wait, silver fire tattoo. Is that what it was?
Did you already reveal the results of the 27, Drez?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Stone dust around. Stealth is gonna come over here to check the center platform. Stone dust. Looks like someone swept here recently.
People usually do that when they clean.
Thank you for the commentary.
Pearl's gonna come over
Well,
and look.
thank you for the obvious. So what's that? He says as he points to the whatever it was you're showing off with your arm or whatever.
She has over her heart a insignia. Well, it links me to the weave, and
Your boob is linked to
It's-
the weave.
my what?
Where do you think your heart is on a woman? It's usually under the breast.
Oh, he's just saying. Okay, I wasn't sure if you said boob or not.
Yeah, he
While
said
these-
boob, yeah.
While these goofballs are having this wonderful discussion, Stealth is gonna try lightly sweeping the stone dust away from where he saw it.
All you need to know is this basically needs to be fed every day, or
Are you venturing more into the onto the platform?
Yes.
there are going to be big problems.
Go venture more.
What could be worth that? That sounds terrible.
Venture more.
Are you going to step onto the platform? Is that what I'm asking?
Okay. Well, I guess I could.
You're
Just
going
checking.
you're gonna run into something. You're just like almost like you hit a wall or something.
Why are you eating my fingers?
The hell?
My thumb is apparently a
Stealth,
shoe
what are you
toy.
doing?
Stealth reaches out.
Watch where you're walking.
There's nothing there to bump into. And
There's
yet,
a statue right there in front of you.
a statue.
It's broken, but yeah.
But there's nothing. Right, your vision. Describe the statue, Kai. At least give a broad example of it.
Okay.
Don't blow it up. I know how you are.
Well.
Didn't even tell me I was wrong.
1 sec.
You need explosives?
That's not the point.
It looks like it looks like the bottom half of a tiefling or memory. I can't
Bottom half?
tell. how it's broke.
You can't tell with how it's broken. Like you
Oh.
can't make that deciding
How it
factor
got
if
broken?
it's yeah.
Okay.
You're telling me there's there's an invisible half-broken statue here.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yes.
So, Rosen, apparently there's an invisible half-broken statue in this chapel, in the center platform.
Yeah.
Not-
I think we came across that as well.
What, did you find the top half there?
No.
Oh, here, right. And it seems and I don't see it, but apparently Kai does.
You said there was dust on the center platform, right?
Yeah, there was
It's around the edges of it.
It's around.
Like
Like,
if
around the
somebody
edges of
swept it up.
this. Yeah.
is there anything that seems familiar about that dust?
Yeah. Give me a history check advantage.
Yeah, I feel like I already know where this is going.
If Perla lets
You.
Stove in on it, could he attempt to help?
Yeah.
So I guess should I give Perla one more roll, or should I try?
Yeah, give Perla another roll.
Yeah, go for it. What's up, Perla?
There
You
we go.
recognize the stone dust?
That's better.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
it looks like what happens when a Marmorian is dead. Like when a Marmorian is killed.
The dust on the ground here. It looks like what normally happens when a Marmorian dies. This isn't normal dust.
You're telling me there's an invisible corpse here?
Normally their whole body turns to dust.
Then why is this lower half here?
Maybe the poor bastard was cut in half.
I don't know. You'd think that I'd be able to find the top. Who would take it?
Was Faber was Marmorian, right?
Yes.
Oh, ow, 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 ow.
Stoth is just like perplexed I guess he's looking at nothing, but according to Kai, there's bottom half of some statue here. A supposed Marmorian corpse that is still intact somehow.
That brings up a point. Hey, Kai.
Yeah.
Your people are pretty much stone. Can you guys be petrified?
That's a good question.
Over the psychic link, Pearl is going to ask Rosen. Did you think anything odd of the dust around the base of the statue?
The dust.
It looks like a Marmorian died here.
No, we just saw the invisible statue.
Was any part of it missing recently? Was any part of it missing, or is it just the lower part that was still here?
The statue we found was whole.
Why? What?
The top half of it is broken off. And it's missing, and there's dust around the base of the statue, as if a Marmorian died.
Do you see anything else in this room, Kai?
I'm gonna post what the bottom half of the statue would look like in Augustine chat.
Okay.
So just imagine from like middle of the torso down, this is what you see.
Ah.
Drez,
Hmm.
make me big, please.
Okay.
Where the fuck is the dial? I don't have the slider anymore.
Jump gate doing
Oh,
that?
that's because this is your old.
Your old
Put
icon.
your token on.
I don't have a slider.
He doesn't have the token change thing.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Weird.
It might be weird to jump gate.
I don't know, but for whatever
It's
reason,
under-
I don't have the ability to fucking do the slider thing anymore. So
It's under advanced transformation.
So there's a
I
thing-
just get flip horizontal, flip vertical. That's it.
when I right click my Perla token, underneath the advanced transformation there's multi-sided.
Mhm.
And then I have the slide option, I can change it.
Choose slide. Okay, yeah, there it is. That's really good there. Also, whenever I put my token on there's always fucking 2 of them for some reason. It
Weird.
doesn't seem to matter what token I choose. If it's
Yeah,
David's
jump
token,
gate's
if
weird.
it's-
I had to reload the page. It was giving me 2 of mine as well.
Anyway, I'm going to sniff around to see if I can smell anything odd, Drez.
Okay.
Like any familiar sense, anything that's strange or out of place. And since it is smell based, I do have advantage.
Okay.
So 37.
I say you smelled these things before. I'll tell you what you smell.
Smelly smell? The smelly smell that smells?
That smell. I've smelled it before. The smell. A smelly smell. A smelly smell that smells smelly. Anchovies! Anchovies!
God.
That's what you smell.
So where did David's token go?
It's right over.
Look,
it's right over
when
here.
it spawns one of my tokens, I have to delete one or the other one, so I can't fucking tell which one it is. As he transforms and he's sniffing the ground, he stops. And then he...
Yeah, no, there is no David token.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
I see an afterimage one on my end.
That's weird.
What the f... I can't delete my last token! What is this?
Okay.
There, I'll just do this. You
Now
see
I
that
see
one?
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Slide, and I'll do that. Okay, I guess I fucking won't. I can't change the fucking token.
We see it.
I'll say
No,
yes.
no. You can see it. I can't change how the token looks. Even if I can move the slide around, I can't change how it looks.
Weird.
Yeah,
So-
you have to change it for me because I just can't anymore.
The outfit in the description.
Anyway, he stands up, and that's not the one. Thank you. That's impossible.
What?
I smell a tropal scion.
What? Here.
I would not mistake the scent for any other.
Is Perla's sense going off at all?
No.
Yeah, I would assume not.
Stoth is
What's the one
perplexed.
What's the one deity that we know of that would be stronger than Dalton Lathander?
Ayo.
Oh God, no. So I guess at this point, Stoth. Rosen is hearing this as well, sort of thing. Unless we're not sharing it with the psychic link.
Well, David was speaking aloud. He wasn't speaking in
Yeah.
the mind link.
Okay. So we have a few more complications. Apparently, David is smelling the scent of an atropal scion.
Are you saying this to Rosen?
Yeah.
Well, yes, he kind of is, yeah.
No, not kind of. He is.
Oh, yes, sorry. Words.
That's odd, since the Atropos are made by Lathander's family. They would not be able to get past my barrier.
But they're being made as an attempt to bring Ao back, using his blood.
So it would explain one of the few ways something would be able to go through. It would be something would overpower something. That words. But even if it was something that overpowered the shield, there would have been like signs of that. Do you know? We're going to try investigating some more. With the party to David. Are you able to track where the scent is?
Is the set just kind of all around, Rez, or does it actually go somewhere?
It goes directly to the statue thing. You're smelling like this. Like the strongest part is the invisible statue, so you're just kind of sniffing. To you, you're just sniffing air. To the people who can see the statue, you're sniffing the statue.
I think
He just points.
in
He
this
just
form can see the statue.
I can see. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then
He just points to the statue.
The statue is the Atropos scion. Are you saying whatever this thing is?
No. Could it have been inside of the statue?
What in the hell is this going on?
Rosen. Who was the
Yes.
statue of?
it looked to be a tiefling or a Marmorian.
You don't know who exactly.
They were wearing similar clothes to Faber, but they were a woman.
A female Faber?
Denver.
Bruh.
Sure.
That's
It
why
looked
we
like they
didn't
were
think
dressed pretty
much of it,
fancy,
because
so-
it was simply a statue.
It didn't have It didn't have any other explanation of being there other than just it was here.
And
It's been there
invisible
for
at
a
that.
while.
So
I
it's
assume
always
you
been
don't know
invisible.
I
Right,
assume
no,
you
it
don't know the
hasn't been
identity
invisible.
because it's been here before you.
It's been here
Who's
since
the-
before I've been here. But it's
Who's the oldest Marmorian in the city?
unfortunately, that would be Nero, but
It would have been Nero.
yes.
Right.
The other options would be
There had to have been others just as old or almost as old as he.
the others who were the initial Marmorians with him when they took Dalton's deal.
Yes.
They could have made the statue, or at least know who did or know of the statue.
Drez,
Yeah.
are there any notable tiefling-esque gods that come to mind for Perla?
No.
No. Trying to put my 15 religion to work.
She'll say that Constantine is with her now, but he spent more time with her than in Augustine. So he probably wouldn't know.
Are there
And
any
most of
original?
the original, yeah, most of the original Marmorians are dead except for Juno, which can't see. No. Sorry,
Yeah.
she can't talk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But we
so
all know sign
she's-
language.
Yeah.
So Juno would most likely know the answer, but
She
judging
might
from,
know.
I honestly have a scary idea of this. You said you smelled the Atropocyon from this statue, correct?
Believe me, I wish it was a smell I could forget.
Right. What if? But why would it
David kind of shivers,
and
almost
yeah,
almost getting sick at the smell.
right.
Perla's gonna kind of come over, put a hand on his arm, and try to coax him back to transforming back into a human.
He kind of gags a little bit and he goes, "Yeah, okay, that's enough." He says he kind of shrinks back down to his human form.
What if this?
Did she say sit?
No.
Not in public.
Sit, boy.
Down in front? So, we have the scent of an Atropocyon all over from this statue. I
Too
would
small.
imagine. Tiny
Oh,
David,
David, you're like little ant.
you're puppy size.
I was a baby once.
Anyway.
Oh,
Stoke is
ow.
like-
Fuck.
Oh,
Sorry, I just sat on my surgery.
ow.
How do you
Oh.
do that?
I don't know where your
Very
surgery is,
careful.
and I ain't gonna ask, so just be
Yeah,
more mindful.
that's not fun.
Yeah, Stoth is trying to logic something. I have a sneaking suspicion that something possibly hatched from this statue then.
I think there was probably some sort of essence or something hidden within this statue.
And based on what you smell, it could have been an Atropocyon, but it could have been something else.
The Anthropocyan's are connected to who?
Ayo.
His essence could be scattered who knows where. Maybe even in this statue. Why they would stick it in a random statue that no one can see normally? Anyone's guess.
Well, we can't ask. We would have to waste some resources to go see Juno if we wanted to get answers about this statue.
Wait, isn't she in the castle?
No.
Is she? No, she was in the plane. She was in the Feywilds, wasn't she?
Yep.
Yeah.
We would have
Well,
to.
Also,
Thankfully,
I need everybody to give me a history check, by the way.
Okay.
Sure. 1 second.
I got a 3 in history. Good luck. Good luck, me. Nope.
I got a 5, but I'm at disadvantage, so.
Oh,
Come on.
That would have been so helpful if I wasn't so exhausted.
so
We're all
far
putting.
nobody has passed it yet.
Oh my
I'm in the kitchen right now making some fucking popcorn.
Is Euphoria here?
No, she's just lying on the ground in the same room as the palace where the meeting is taking place.
Oh, she's over there. Okay.
But you would hear through the psychic link. Oh yeah, you'd hear through the psychic link. So, give me a history check as well.
Fine.
Not
let's see
relying
here.
on it, but yeah, okay. I rolled a 1.
Nobody has passed it yet.
I don't know shit about
Where
Memorial
is
history
my
anyway, so.
history button?
Are you
Reroll.
serious?
Christ. Okay,
Okay.
we got something decent.
I will tell you then.
Okay.
God, we're all incompetent in history apparently.
I wouldn't have rolled history at all because my character doesn't know barbarian history or whatever fucking history that Drez is trying to drum up here.
If only we had a certain artificer that never fails his fucking history checks for some reason.
He's too busy right now, Braun. Come on.
I know.
He's busy. Fucking, there we go. They always make it hard as shit to get these fucking packages. How long was it these things? I think it was like fucking 2 minutes, I think. It's gluten free, I don't get.
Issa's gonna look around the room for valuables while she's just sitting there.
There's that piece of information. Do with that what you need.
Do with that
All
what
right,
you
let's see
will,
here.
Boy.
Read it, boy.
Yeah. Boy, read it.
So what is Euphoria?
Guys, what statue are you guys talking about, anyways?
No.
You saying that in character or?
Yeah, she's saying that in character.
Oh, there's an invisible statue of like a memorial or something in the middle here.
There's no invisible statue in there.
Use your spells.
The hell do you mean?
I've used see invisibility in there one time, and I have never seen such a thing.
You can trust us. There's a statue here. You can walk right into it.
No, there isn't. Or at least that's what or at least there wasn't one when last I checked.
We can literally touch it.
I think she's saying
Well-
that it's more of a recent addition.
Well, yeah, if there is a statue in there right now, then well, wasn't there before.
Well, there is one now.
So why are
Rosen's gonna pipe up and go, no, it's always been there. It's been there since before I started living in the palace.
Something's wrong here. We're getting contradicting information. Though.
Yes, popcorn. Yes, pop in the microwave. Yes.
Christ, he's crazy in real life too.
Remember when there was that bit of a continuity error before, when no one in Augustine recognized who we were?
Right. I think I remember you saying something along those lines, but
Something changed in the past.
fucking hell, you think we're having more time travel bullshit happening?
I think so.
I didn't do this, did I?
Did I do that?
I mean, I can blame you for it.
You wish.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Huh?
That's a good point. Issa, you've been here longer than anyone else.
Oh yeah.
You would know. And you would say that the statue's always been there.
In all of my time in the last 10 years, the statue's always been here. Was it invisible?
You've been
No,
here for 10 years.
It's been visible.
It was never invisible before, though.
Then why is it invisible now then?
And why do we remember there not being a statue here?
Well, I'm from a different time. Wait, how does this time thing work?
Oh,
She's
God,
saying
head.
that in character.
Personally, I try not to think about it. I don't think it works, but something's happened.
I mean, I'm 10 years older than when I left you all, so
What?
obviously something happened.
Yeah, no. You've been here since before Augustine was formed. So you are actually the oldest Norse.
Right. Does she remember what the statue looked like?
Yes.
Would she know who it was?
No.
Awesome.
Bro.
Would it be a religion check?
No.
Bro.
Okay.
Would it be a history check then?
I already failed a history check on the
No.
statue.
When it
Which
comes
sucks,
to
'cause I-
saves or anything like that, we can't rely on Issa right now.
Not until Perla realizes what's going on with her.
And I wonder whose fault that was.
Regardless.
She's drinking these potions. I mean, I guess if she just chugged one right now, but she wouldn't know to do that. She's just tired.
So that South Park song "Blame Canada" is just blame Issa, blame Issa.
Oh my god, no.
It used to be blame Drezerail.
blame Drezerail, blame Drezerail.
He's got a ring to it, right?
Yeah, it does.
He even figured out the cadence, like without me
Anyways.
even doing it, Drez.
Anyways,
You know what? I like blaming Drez for things.
It was the Minecraft server.
so we have
Back
a
in the
statue.
day. Anyways, back on track, back on
that we remember not being here, but everyone else does remember it being here.
No. You guys remember it. The only person who doesn't remember it being here is Euphoria.
Right.
Okay.
Issa's going to try and describe what the statue is in detail.
I don't think that helps.
Like who it was.
Blame Drezerail, blame Drezerail.
Anyway,
I'm sorry, Drez.
regardless of singing, let's see. So, this is rather strange then. How is it that we know that there used to be a statue? How is it that everyone but Euphoria knew that there was a who thinks that there was a statue here for a long time?
I mean, I didn't know it was there. I mean, if it was here, I didn't give a shit enough to know it was just a fucking statue.
Again, there
He's-
was a bit of a continuity discrepancy that happened a while back, where no one in Augustine remembered who we were. They thought we were someone entirely different.
There's nothing Stoth can really check since he can't see the statue. So I guess he's just gonna try looking around more of the surrounding area. More of the surrounding center pillar. See if there's any more clues.
What? Creature.
Kitty! Yes, kitty. The kitty knows
Anything notable
all.
about the ceiling?
No.
He's
Yeah, is
just
there a funny
laid
guy
out
up
staring
there?
at the ceiling.
Should I
Is there
try?
like a funny guy up there pointing a finger at another guy?
Should I try another investigation roll to see? I am looking around the pillar area. It's the center platform area. I just need to look. I just not sure what else to find other than, oh look, invisible statue and dust.
I mean, you can check all the other rooms and shit.
Yeah, that's probably what he's gonna do. So it's gonna go over here. I'm gonna check some of the rooms up here. I'll let you know if I find anything.
Hi.
But can you see invisible things?
I'll let you know if I bump into anything.
Kai.
That's not very good. Take Kai with you.
Why don't you offer a hand, David?
Kai,
Yeah?
I thought my
You wanna
form
help?
change made you uncomfortable.
you want to help me investigate some of these rooms over here?
Of course.
Upon your part, it's not discomfort I experience in your presence.
Right.
That's
So,
funny. He says as he transforms again back into his larger form. "'Cause all I smell is fear." And now he's gonna go
She's
about.
literally just laying on her back, ignoring him.
I'm gonna go to the other room.
Do we see anything in here, Kai? Whoop.
Give me investigation checks.
Okay.
I guess I roll as well since.
I guess Pearl will go with David.
Where was this roll before?
I could have
What?
used that roll an hour ago.
Whatever.
I need to send something to Antonol.
Oh, jeez. What have I done?
Hi. You are just being a little pest now, aren't you? Creature.
Oh, that's the statue?
Yeah.
Okay.
What? Yeah, hi. You headbutting my arm while I'm already paying attention.
Nobody's
to
around
you.
Issa, or she would have been like... Well, she did try to vaguely describe it. She would have done a bad job because she's, like, really tired, so...
Welcome to try to describe it again.
Nobody's in the room with her. She's just
Psychic link?
kind of... Oh, yeah. She vaguely describes a woman in a gown with a book under her arm, wearing glasses and a flat-brimmed hat with some feathers sticking out of it. I guess the statue would be stone, so none of these colors would come through, right? Should I recognize this person?
No. No,
I
you.
hope you're good at investigation checks, bro.
All right. Let me check these investigation checks. Okay.
Say, what does the 35
Stoth,
do?
where you are. over in this area, you're gonna see a piece of a blade.
Hmm? Kai, is there anything? Is there anything in this direction over here? He points
No,
over
no,
to.
no, no. It's visible.
Okay.
You're able,
Okay.
like,
I'm
it's
just.
visible.
I just want to know if there's anything invisible in the way.
No, no, no. It's visible.
Okay. So he's going to go over there to check the blade. Well, one of the rooms has a blade in here.
It's a part of a blade. Give me another investigation at advantage.
Advantage.
Yes.
Sounds like I know it.
Okay.
Feels familiar.
Yeah, you are very familiar with this style of blade and the curvature of it because you use this blade frequently.
What?
It's
There's
a
a blade.
scythe. It's a piece of a scythe.
There's a. Yeah, Stoth just looks perplexed. There's a piece of a scythe in this room.
And I'll even give you this. Embedded in the scythe is pieces of crystal.
Would I happen to recognize this crystal or?
Yeah. It looks like the same kind of crystal that Marmorian would have on their body. Or in their body, rather.
Okay, this is getting a little weird. There's a scythe here that has. Is there anything in the gem slot, or is it just empty? Or is the engraving empty?
No, it's only part of the blade.
Oh, okay.
I will also this is important, but I forgot to mention it earlier. When you guys looked at the statue, it was cut in half at a diagonal, like something like sliced it at an angle.
I can't see the statue though, correct?
Correct.
Well, Kai would have to mention that. Kai and I guess current form David would have to would be able to determine that. There's a piece of a blade. There's a piece of a scythe here, and it seems to have Marmorian engravings on it.
No.
I can't.
Not Marmorian engravings.
It looks like Marmorian flesh.
Yeah.
A blade of Marmorian flesh. Oh God.
No. Okay.
I'm misunderstanding. I'm sorry.
Okay. So you know how when
The blade got Marmorian guts on it.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
Kind of
okay,
like
okay.
that. Because
Okay.
Marmorians don't have traditional blood.
Oh, it has stone dust on it. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
This was part of the blade that killed the statue.
Okay. Well,
Why do you like my bass guitar so much?
yeah, Stoth looks a bit surprised. Apparently I found part of a weapon that sliced the statue. It's definitely a scythe. From a scythe. Mentioning this over the psychic link.
Would Briani be able to see the statue?
Yes.
Briani MVP.
Yes, Druz, we do. That's why I sent you that.
Okay.
Anyways, so Issa's gonna use her eye with Briani to look at the statue for anything that she would notice out of the ordinary while still sitting on the floor.
Yeah. Like I said, slashed in half in a diagonal.
Nothing else changed from what she remembers of it.
No. No, the bottom
Okay.
half looks like the bottom half that which you remember.
So Drez, up here in the top right, what do you want us to roll?
But let me tell you, buddy, I don't want to roll investigation. I got a 2 in that, so.
You better off than Perla, who has a 1.
Bro. Could I perceive what I'm looking for?
The worst investigation crew is off on one side of the building.
Yeah, I'll give perception. This is a
Only one of us is good at investigation.
this is a sound-based perception, so
So I have advantage.
I guess Doth would.
Can you bring me the blade piece, Stoth?
Sure. Stoth takes the stone dust-covered blade, I guess, and bring it over to Issa.
from here you're gonna hear, like right here in this area, you're gonna hear what sounds like wind.
Where?
It must have been the wind.
Right there.
Right here.
Perla, you see David's head, like, first you see his ears flick over to the right, and then his head follows. He gets closer to the edge over here.
Does Perla hear it too?
No.
No.
Not no.
She'll follow David though.
Yeah.
As
Stoth-
you get closer, you do.
Okay.
I guess as when Stoth comes back over, he shows Issa this stone dust covered blade, or at least a broken part of the scythe blade.
She's gonna kind of reach out and take it.
Where's the wind coming from exactly? It sits like
Directly under where you're standing.
He's gonna take a step back, and he's gonna tell Perla to step back too by motioning her back, and he's just gonna punch the floor in.
Over the psychic link. What was that?
Suppose. Well, knowing our luck, David found something.
Ugh. Such a
It
brute.
appears to not
Not over the
do
psychic
anything.
link.
The floor doesn't move,
Or does not move.
but it sounds hollow, right?
Yes, it does sound hollow.
There's something here.
I was gonna check it out a little bit more closely.
I'm gonna send Brianni into this room and have Brianni look around.
Yeah, I'll have Stoth's gonna see
Into what room?
Brianni.
Bottom right.
This one here.
Okay.
Yeah. In that case, Stoth would be coming over that way. This way then.
Yeah, I don't know how to roll a perception for Brianni through the eye.
Just roll your regular perception.
At normal then.
Yeah.
Perla is coming over to inspect what's going on with the floor here.
Look, my passive again.
You also hear wind underneath of it.
Would they be able to investigate that, or
This room.
should they get Stoth to come over to investigate?
I recommend Stoth stay where he is. Heavily recommend Stoth stay where he is. Heavily recommend Stoth
Okay.
stay where
So,
he is.
what type of check does Perla need to make?
You might want to do.
Are there any, like, candle holders, torch holders, the usual shit for, like, levers to open up secret doors?
Yes. Here, how about this? Stoth, roll me
Yeah.
a perception.
Okay. Straight perception.
Yeah.
Not gay perception.
Uh, you notice in this room it looks like there's just a candle sitting on the floor. It's unlit right here.
I guess Stealth
Unlit
comes.
candle.
I guess Stealth comes over to check it out.
What did
Unlit candle.
Brianni give me with that 25? Same thing?
Yeah. You both see unlit candles on the floor in each of those rooms.
Is it attached to the floor?
It's on the floor. You don't know anything past that unless you try to pick it up.
Stealth,
This is gonna groan and walk over to the room.
Stealth is going to attempt to pick one. Let's pick this one up.
As you pick that up, Perla and David, you will hear a click underneath of your feet.
Instinctively, he reaches over and grabs Perla and pulls her aside.
Did someone just do something?
There was an unlit candle. You said candle.
Yeah.
There was an unlit candle in one of the rooms, and I tried picking it up.
There's
Issa picks up the other one.
Did you put the candle back down, Stealth?
I guess if well, he was going to, but I guess Issa sort of picked one up before he could.
She's very
Okay.
impulsive and would have quickly done it as soon as he mentioned it.
Okay, so if you're both holding the candles at the same time, a trapdoor will open right where David and Perla are looking.
I was hoping it was a fire trap that we both did at the same time.
There's a trapdoor that just opened in this room after you picked up the candles.
Oh yeah, there was one in here I picked up. Okay.
Why would this place need a secret like this?
It already
Why would
had
this
secrets the
place
last time we were here.
have
I
a
guess.
statue cut in half?
How far into the trapdoor can Perla see?
You have night vision, right?
Yep.
Dark vision.
120 feet.
Pretty sure Drow have superior dark vision, actually.
Correct.
Oh, 120? Then yeah, you can see straight to the bottom.
What's down there?
It looks like a little mossy grove underneath, but you can't really see much beyond that. Like just not because it's further down or anything. It's just the limited view of the
From the
trapdoor.
trapdoor.
Yeah.
It almost looks like a bit of a grove down there.
A grove under the church.
Why
Rosen,
is
does
it every
any
time I've come into this church, there's always something fucking weird happens?
Rosen, did you know about this?
No.
Didn't it? Then we're discovering something new. David, Perla, are you by that trap door?
Yeah,
Hmm.
I was thinking about getting ready to go down.
Keep us
Well-
informed.
Does it stay open if we set these back down? Issa's gonna set down her candlestick.
Shall you or shall I? He says, asking Perla.
Well, what happens when the candle gets set down?
You'll hear a click, but nothing immediately happens. The door stays open.
The door is still open.
I would
Alright,
imagine.
Issa's gonna make her way over there.
I would imagine the moment I put mine down is the moment that door closes.
You want to find out real quick?
Sure, he says as he puts it down.
But yeah,
What's
David
that?
asked you a question.
Give me a second. I'm waiting on what happens with the door.
Does it stay open?
There is a second click, and then what sounds like ticking.
Shit.
Something started ticking,
A timer.
probably to close the trap door.
David jumps in.
Yeah.
Issa's
Pearl
gonna head over there like she said she was gonna do.
Did you say that through the psychic link?
Yeah.
No, I mean like, no, Perla and David about the ticking. Okay.
David just went in. I'm going in after him.
What? What? Okay. Stealth is confused, but he figures something's up over there, so he's beginning to like run over there.
Is at any point in time during this is Euphoria joining the party?
Bruh.
I don't think she'd be interested in this much right now about that.
What would she be interested in?
I thought a Tropo Scion would be more than enough.
Yeah, probably. To heck with it. Let's have her go in. Show
Okay.
up around this time.
As you are as you are getting in, you're seeing the rest of the party rush to the upper right corner.
God, I want to say it so bad.
I'm leaving Briani behind to keep an eye out.
Dark.
No.
Dark.
Dark.
Why is it automatic?
Dramatic lighting is on.
Yeah, I know.
Whoa.
Looking up the ladder, David is very thankful that so many women are in the party.
Bruh.
Uh-huh. Anyway.
Specifically, one in particular.
Anyway.
That's when Stoke
Yeah.
goes directly above him.
Not unless he skips the other two, which he can't.
Oh, we're coming in from the door, or?
No.
I don't know. I just
No,
kinda
you
dropped
guys
my
would be
token.
right where Issa is.
Okay, so around here then. So yeah, David and Perla are there first, followed by, I guess,
You
Issa,
choose
Stoke,
side.
Kai, and then Euphoria.
Okay, now it fucking works. I can choose sides now? Okay, whatever. Whatever, roll 20, you do fucking you, man.
Well,
That's
it's not roll
crazy.
20 anymore. It's jump gate.
Jump
I don't
bait.
know.
Jump
Look,
Jump gate.
looks up at the URL, roll20.net. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck Jumpgate. That thing could jump that.
Why
It's
did-
way out of my way.
So we get down here and this is what we see.
Yeah.
Why does this look familiar?
This looks like the entrance to the light realm.
That's
What's
my
the light
thoughts.
Why is the light realm here, though?
This isn't
It's
the light
not.
realm though. This is something different.
Stoke's gonna go try to investigate the door, I guess. See if there's anything he recognizes or something.
Probably the entrance to our van door. That would explain how they managed to kidnap him and get out of here.
On
My
short
thoughts
notice,
exactly.
yeah. Huh. But who would have
No
the
one was
time
seen
to...
leaving.
But who would have the time to make this?
It was
Rosen-
already made.
Rosen, are you still able to hear us?
You hear nothing. No response back.
I would have been
Something's-
able to break through that floor under normal circumstances. The trap door, the floor itself, probably magical.
Oh, there's
There's a barrier between us and her.
Well,
Something's jamming our signals. Awesome.
she heard what we were talking about. If there's anything that happens, they should be able to follow.
She's
mentioned-
smart enough to do it.
We mentioned everything. We mentioned mostly everything we'd done in the psychic link, so she should have a good clue. Yeah.
Do I still smell Marmorian down here, Drez?
Marmorian?
Our
No.
triple scion.
You know, like Fable or whatever his goofy ass name was.
Faber?
No.
Faber, that was it.
No, Faber was a Marmorian. You smell a Tropal Scion as you get closer and closer to this door.
He sort of looks up at the door after smelling the ground for a bit. Same scent comes from the door.
Stoth looks at David and then at the tree. Do you think this is the Atropal Scion?
Whatever
No.
was in the statue, or was the statue, went in there.
Pearl's going up to inspect the door.
Yeah, Stoth is gonna be up there to examine it as well.
No. Fine.
We lose.
Apple's dead!
No, Apple. Apple, no.
I can't believe Apple died.
Oh no, Apple.
Ripping pepperonis.
Hello?
Damn, I can still hear Apple now.
I'm right here.
Yeah, right
What?
here in our hearts and our
Anyways.
memories.
Whatever. Stoth is coming up to examine the door as well.
Okay. How
Oh my
close do you
God.
guys get to examine the door?
Y'all are
I think
ridiculous.
I think I'm
Be
gonna.
careful touching it.
I wasn't gonna touch it. I was just gonna try examining it from here.
10, 15 feet.
Okay. As you guys approach, the door will begin to lightly glow, and you're gonna hear a light ringing in your ears.
Damn, the tinnitus curse.
I was gonna step
Oh,
closer.
were we walking over there?
The glow will become bigger, and the ringing in your ears will become louder.
Stoth rubs his ears as he just slightly annoyed.
It is only louder for Perla.
That's what I figured. No, this ringing bothers him. He's just looking at the door.
Is there anything about the door that seems odd?
Other than it's massively magical,
Yeah. That, I mean, that one's a
massive
given.
and magical, and massively magical. No.
Any divine sense going off? Yes or no?
Oh, no.
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 Stepping closer.
Speak her name, and you may enter.
Whose name?
The goddess of death.
Goddess of death? Can I finally make use of my plus 15 religion to see if Perla would know the
Yes.
answer to this?
I think we've
Yes.
already heard her name before, actually.
That's probably why the religion check is there.
Don't step on Perla's toes right now.
Shut the fuck up! What's
With that
30?
30, I'm gonna say, also give me,
Uh-huh.
a history at advantage.
History 15.
Okay. I'm gonna say between what you know through your religion and the stuff that you've seen in the codex on the ship, you have heard of a goddess of death.
Mm-hmm.
And that goddess rivals the god of life, which is Ao.
Uh-huh.
And you also know that the Atropal Scions didn't get their name from Ao. They got their name from her, which is Atropis.
Atropus?
Atropus.
Atropus.
Yes.
But it's not. Atropus is not one of the primal deities, is she?
She is not listed as a primal deity now.
She'll say the name then.
As far as you know, and all the history knows, I'm only giving you this because you did so well as a role. As far as history knows, she doesn't exist. But there is references to her within Ao's life. But she doesn't exist.
Oh, good. We're
Pearl
We're
will
meeting.
say the name then.
Okay. As you do. Yes. You are correct. The goddess of death. Sister to Ao.
Is this something that only Perla hears, or does everyone hear it?
Yeah, it's only Perla hears.
Okay. Ao had a sister.
I'm sorry?
Is that really supposed to be too much of a surprise?
Well, this is the first time we've heard. I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've thought I've heard of this.
So, what happens with the door?
You're going to hear it go, and it's going to start opening.
You said Atropis. Atropis? Was that name?
Yes. Goddess of death. And Ao's sister.
We didn't see her in the past, though, did we?
No, by most counts of history, she doesn't exist.
Ao made sure of it.
Then perhaps we're dealing with a relic.
Pearl's gonna step through the door.
All right.
David's immediately behind her.
And we're doing this. Come on,
Where's
Isa.
everybody going?
We're going. Apparently, we're finding out finding more questions than we realize.
Dark.
And dramatic lighting again.
Hold on. Let me populate it first.
Dark.
Yeah.
The darkness. Oh, Jesus.
Hi.
That's Faber.
Yeah.
I guess we know someone that's on this map.
I
If
don't
it's
know where
going
I'm supposed to be.
Well, we're gonna find out after the map is populated.
Faber.
What was that?
What do you like to know?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I'm sorry, that was supposed to be this one.
Regardless.
Yeah, where Issa is, by the way, is where you need to be.
Thanks, where's
Bottom
Esau?
right corner.
Okay.
Bottom right corner.
Can't see shit on the map, so...
Can't see shit, Captain.
Can't see shit, Cotton. We ain't found shit.
Hey man, we ain't found shit.
Will they bring him back?
Well,
Kinda-
there he
well,
is.
I mean, it's Michael Winslow. I think he's still alive. I saw him a few years
Yes.
ago, actually.
Yes. I think he actually posted a video not too long ago, going over his famous line in Spaceballs.
Yeah, he did a show here in Mississippi. Not the state. There's a place in Florida called Mississippi, but Not Mississippi, sorry, excuse me, fucking Okeechobee, I'm sorry. He did a show here, and that's where I met him. Yeah, I got to talk to him, took pictures with him, it was cool.
There's also a place in Florida called Jupiter.
Yep, my grandparents used to live there.
Someone I really would have liked to have met was Lance Reddick.
I think the only celebrity that I met several that I did not like. What was his fucking name?
Anyways,
Fucking Anthony Daniels, the guy who did fucking C-3PO. He's an asshole.
He really is.
Yeah, he acts like he's like the main character of fucking Star Wars. Like everything would like hinge upon his performance. He is very full of himself.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Sounds like a Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, super big ego.
So, Billy D. Williams has this thing, and there's a lot of people who are assholes. You bring him a Colt 45 beer to sign, he will immediately just leave the convention.
by the way, the guy who said we ain't found shit was Tim Russ.
Was it Tim Russ?
Yeah. He did the bleeps, the creeps, and the whatever.
That's Michael Winslow.
That part. No,
Yeah.
he did that part, but the we ain't found shit is a different
What
guy.
what actor
Oh,
will leave
okay.
if you bring him?
He did Tuvok on Voyager.
Billy D. Williams. I think he's dead now, but
Oh, Tuvok. Oh, I love that guy.
He played Lando Calrissian in the original Star Wars.
Yeah.
Lando. Yeah.
He is 88 years old and apparently still alive.
Anyways.
So we walk down
Drez
here.
says, let me populate the map with one dude.
Oh, is that all we were waiting on?
Where do we exactly walk?
Oh, I need to be in the back of the group here.
Yeah, lagging my dragon ass.
She's looking lethargic.
I'm pretty sure we can just go this way if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
David stops and looks back at Issa. Do you need someone to carry you?
Oh, a big strong man like you. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, leave you behind? Say no more. He says he'd smile.
Yeah, she's just not running full speed. I think it's only supposed to be a 5-speed penalty, honestly, right?
No.
1 point exhaustion is you have disadvantage on all your ability checks.
I thought
That's
it was speed too. Oh,
Nope.
okay. Well,
No.
then she's just being
You don't-
lethargic.
Yeah,
and-
speed is much later.
Yeah, speed
Oh,
is
okay.
speed is once you get to I think level 3 exhaustion.
I think
Somewhere
it's
around
3,
there.
yeah. Is that the asshole we're looking for? He says as he points up.
Oh, level 2 speed is
That's our guy.
Awesome. My stream is having some issues.
I said
Yeah,
no,
that-
David.
And fucking tastic. Yes. This is the individual we're looking for.
That's Faber. Yeah.
Gotta reload the player. It looks like it's working. Oh, no, froze. Are there more internet outages today?
I mean, it's not an internet issue. I don't know what the fuck
No,
is
I
going
mean,
on
like-
because it was doing this yesterday too.
Right. Yesterday, Google had a massive outage that affected a large portion of the internet. That's
Why are you
what
playing
I was
Power?
referring
No, I'm
to.
just playing. Is Euphoria following behind? I did send
Yeah.
you some stuff.
Where's Guy? I'm sure he's following as well.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
My kitten stole my chair.
Oh.
Sorry, it's the kitten's chair now.
It's the kitten's chair.
I'm gonna go steal this kitten.
Oh
You
my
know,
God.
funny thing, Drez, I was going to say I don't see Faber. Because from my point of view, because the way as our POVs are supposed to work, those flower petals are going to be in the way anyways.
If they're higher. But I'm also big, so.
Where'd you roll?
Got that height advantage.
So yeah, while everyone's saying, "Oh, there's Faber," Euphoria saying,
Oh, my
"All I
headset
see are a
disconnected.
bunch of flower petals."
You can fly, you know.
That
Are
I
they-
can, Euphoria said as she flies up. I don't see
Oh, gosh.
Faber.
What?
What?
You don't see the statue. You don't see Faber.
Welcome back.
What did this? Can you describe to me what the statue looked like?
Oh, that was really bad.
Well, we can only
Uh,
describe the bottom half.
No,
Get
you.
the- get the
Issa would be able to describe the statue.
Oh,
Get to
okay.
describe
you
and
could-
hop along.
You could post in Augustine chat instead of trying to describe it and just say that's what Issa describes.
Issa is going to poorly describe the statue. So nobody expand the image. Only look at it as a thumbnail.
A funky outfit.
Like I said, it's a lady with a flat brim hat and some glasses. She's got a book under her arm. She's wearing a big dress. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's exactly what I see.
And 2 feathers in her hat.
Yeah, that's exactly what I see.
Wait, in the it up there?
Yeah,
Faber,
the person
your
within this
statue-
flower.
So wait, but huh?
Faber, are you the statue?
Oh, Faber. It's
There's
a
no
laugh
response.
track here.
Oh, Perla, what was the name?
What?
Alright, let's get him out of the damn flower.
Hang on, David, wait.
What?
What was the name you said?
Atropus.
Ah, I think that is a Tropus in there.
Why was this sliced in half then?
Are you a Tropus? Issa's gonna call out. Oh, nope, kitty.
No response.
Before he decides to fly closer. Not too close. See if the flower reacts.
Do you touch the flower?
Not yet. Is
No,
there any
no.
response? No response?
No, no response.
Then in that case, she slowly descends down so her boots are touching the petals of the flower.
Okay.
Even though it's probably a bad idea, she thinks even though it's probably a bad idea.
Oh no, it
Nothing
turned
else is
green, a
happening,
terrible
so-
color. No.
Okay.
I'm messing with you.
Is this like the very toxic green like you see in Disney movies
Yeah.
to indicate evil?
Oh no, I hate the color yellow. I fucking hate it.
Before he
Well-
immediately gets off. Okay, that is not good.